Hey, everybody. Welcome again along to Off Mic Comedy's Winter Spectacular regularly scheduled programming. I am your head of technology and improv, Polly Reese. I would like to bring to the stage our musical guests for the evening from the internet TV show Props, a hip hop game show. Here are BS and Heirloom Beats. Make them feel welcome in the chat, y'all. Make them feel welcome in the chat, y'all.
Hey, party people in the place to be. My name is BS. I'm the only BS you can trust. Shout out to Dr. Pauly. You might know them as Pauly Reese. That's Dr. P to me. Shout out to Heirloom Beats. We are the team from Props, a hip hop game show where you can catch freestyle rappers, improvisers, and word workers of all different types pull some feats of language, alchemy, and gymnastics. All for the name of getting those props. So, give y'all a sense of a little bit what we do. You could throw some words into the chat. You could put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. And Heirloom might just work those into this beat as it progresses along. So show her some love. Give her some suggestions in the chat. And we're gonna keep it funky, fresh like we always do, and try to get those P-R-O-P crooked letters. You know what I'm saying? From our Tech John to y'all Tech John. Dr. P!
Yo, so everybody, here's what I need from you. BS is gonna throw down the sickest rap challenge that you've ever heard, and it's all gonna be off the top of his head, but we can't do it without you. So here's what I need. I need y'all to tell me the title of a TV movie for Christmas that doesn't exist yet. Think like Hallmark, think like NBC After School Special. Make up a name of a Christmas like TV movie for us. I see Jay Ellis says Naked Elves. Micah Sherman says A Smurfy Holiday Time.
Sounds like the same movie.
Sam Cap, we're gonna go with Jew.
Okay,
I love it. Sam Cap says The Jew at Christmas. Yes, you're gonna tell us the plot of A Jew at Christmas, but here's the trick. Friends, I need you to tell me a word associated with the December holidays. And we're going to say that BS cannot say this word. So a word that you associate with December holidays. Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
I have 2 votes for snow. Let's go with that. So BS, you're going to tell us the plot of A Jew on Christmas without saying the word snow. And one more thing. Friends, I need you to give me a letter of the alphabet. Can you tell me your favorite letter of the alphabet?
Oh, we going off the rails.
L. I love it. Latisse, you said L. So BS, for the first 8 lines of your challenge, all of the first words of your lines of your bars have to start with the letter L. So Jews on Christmas, can't use the word snow. First 8 lines, first word has to start with L. Heirloom Beats, hit him with that sweet beat.
Hey. Yo. Loving the holidays, that's my vibe. Loquaciously celebrating, but right now not with my tribe. Yo, lose or lose out, I think I'd prefer to be included. Yo, let's lax back on those things. That wouldn't be conducive. I love the holidays. I love all kinds of eating. Celebrations are things that I should be seeking. So right now on my wish list, let's try something like Christmas. Usually, right now I'm eating Chinese, but I was invited, so I'm gonna try these fried peas and all kinds of delicious stuff that these people eat, and that's okay because we're gonna get it right and complete. And on top of that, we in Florida. It's 60 degrees, so right now we chilling. We gonna be on the beach. Hey, 8 crazy nights, a few more. Yo, let's get that menorah on score. 1 menorah, 2 menorah, 3 menorah, celebrate. Gotta go and get it. Yo, heaven sent, meditate. So many gifts, I'll rip apart the rappers. And see what happens after. So thank y'all so much for this holiday experience. I thought it was gonna be crazy, kind of delirious, but y'all made me feel quite at home, like family. Thank you for bridging gaps and increasing understanding.
Hey! Blow it up in the chat. Give it up for BS. Oh my God, South Beach. Yeah. But yeah, you heard those sweet beats underneath BS's dope rap, dope verse. Let's kick it over to Heirloom Beats. Heirloom, what you got to flex?
Y'all can throw your A's up for Heirloom if you want to while you at it. We can't see you, but we'll feel you. We'll feel you.
Got that new holiday. Yeah, we slay. No matter the day, oh, when it be like, oh, get it like.
Challenges, we about it. Yo, Dr. P, where those doubts sit? I think if this was a pop box, we could hit the score. We could hit you with a 250 or maybe more. So how you feeling? You down for some adventure? We got things in the chat, and I would like to venture to see all kinds of spit that come about your face. Let's put some Dr. P rhymes up in the place.
Hey, Dr. P in the house. Yeah, if you don't know, ain't no quiet like a church mouse. Here we are talking about the convergence of worlds. We got off-mic comedy and props. Take it for a whirl. Here we go. Yeah, whirl, it's true, but not like those police lights because fuck the 212. Yeah, here we go. Taking it again. Looking at the chat 305 and then, yeah, Vita says yes. Miami says hi. Erica Switzer says, hey, and that's till I die. Yeah, we gonna listen to this all day and night because you can check us out on YouTube, all right? Go to props on youtube.com, yeah, or maybe go to our Eventbrite and sign up for the next show. Buy a ticket for your mom. This voice, yeah, Heirloom is angelic. BS got all the words, got all the rhymes. Hella Fallon, yeah, here we go. Take it one more time. Kick it back to BS. Take it home, my friend. Finish the rhyme.
Woo! Yo, Dr. P said it off, then I guess I find the end. But one is only as good as the company, they friends. Right now I'm feeling blessed to rock with this team, as well as off mic, yo, this really is the scene. Right now we taking positivity that would be soliloquied and go and express it to hit it a little bit differently. So when we share it, it grows exponentially. So we can increase our fitness mentally. Hey, laughter, that's the best medicine. And yo, that with friends is heaven sent. So thank y'all from us to you. We'll be back the first Saturday in February. You should be there. You might meet my mom or my parents or other things, and I might end up embarrassed. I write the show, so if anyone gets in the crosshairs, it'll be me. Other strikes are not there. Yo, P to the R to the O to the PS. Shout out to Heirloom, Dr. P. My name is BS. Props Season 2, Episode 1 is the first Saturday in February, son.
Hey, give it up for BS. Give it up for Heirloom Beats from Props, a hip-hop game show. Yeah, that's right. I happen to be there, too. I throw down the dope rhymes for me and for you. Here's what you need to do. Go to YouTube right now, but not like right now. Like maybe later, like after the show. Like while I'm doing like the airline announcement. Like you know the deal. Be kind, don't be a dick, don't heckle. Otherwise, we'll kick you out. Go to youtube.com, check out Props Hip Hop Game Show. Search us in Google, like us, subscribe us, all of that, John, because we're desperate and needy. And also because we don't want to have to like tell you all this, John. We just want to be able to like have the custom YouTube link. So anyway. So yeah, check us out on YouTube, props.com. Check us out our Facebook page. Let's get back let's get back into the main event. Give it up one more time for BS and Heirloom Beats. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thanks, Dr. Paulie. Shout out to Off Mic.
He's okay.
So, moving on. Welcome to regularly scheduled programming. We are so thrilled that you are here. We cannot believe it. This fall season of Off Mic, our very first season. Oh my God, we get to give away 8 scholarships. 8 people got to take classes without the barrier of financial hardship. We were able to do that because of you. Thank you so much. That's $2,000 that we gave away in courses, and across 6 states across the country. Take a moment. Take a look at these thoughts. Take a look. These are the opportunities that your involvement, your participation, your time here at this show, you buy in that ticket today, this good work, this justice work is possible because of you. You are putting teaching artists back to work. You are letting people have opportunities to be creative, even in the midst of some of the darkest times. So thank you for being here. Like I said, the housekeeping is pretty normal. We're glad that you're here. Please don't be a dick. I don't want to throw anybody out of the show. It's Christmas, but we want you to be on camera. We want you to turn those your videos on. We want you to be unmuted because we want to hear that laughter. But please, like, no crosstalk. That really just sort of like bums us out. And most importantly, have fun. So, everybody, do me a favor right now. Go ahead and turn those videos on and unmute yourselves because, yeah, we're bringing him to the stage. So unmute. Go ahead and unmute right now. Yeah, you're doing it. I see you working. I see it happening. You're getting there. You're almost there. Unmute everybody. That's right. Yeah. This is like So what I need you to do right now, because this is a real goddamn comedy show, I need you to get really excited, build some energy, because I am bringing to the stage your host. He is the most phenomenal instructor of the crowd work classes, and you know him from his crazy show, Double Booked. Give it up for your host of the evening, Dan Vetrano!
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a cereal bowl. Hi, thank you so much for having me here. That was a great intro. I can't live up to it, and I'm not gonna, but here I am in my bedroom. No virtual background. I did make the bed, didn't clean the floor. How's everyone feeling? That's great. And keep it going one more time for Paulie, for David, aka BS, and Heirloom. They all so amazing. I love that so much. It was great. They were rapping about a Jew on Christmas. That was me this year. It's true. So both my parents celebrate Hanukkah, but they spell it differently, which I think is cute. My mom spells it H-A-N, and my dad spells it C-H-I-S-T-M-A-S because he's Catholic. It was fun. I actually tried going back and doing some Hanukkah things that I used to do, like dreidel. You guys ever play dreidel? Here's a tip. The best way to enjoy dreidel is to be under 10 years old. like, not to like roast Hanukkah, but like, have you played it as an adult? It gets boring very fast. There's like, there's no like strategy, you know. So like, the more you win, the more you have to spend time in unwrapping individually wrapped chocolates. It's just like a burden. It's also a pretty dramatic game, you know. Like I already have enough inferiority issues. I don't need to play a game where there's a 50-50 chance that I either gain nothing or lose everything. Like that's just what it's like to be an alcoholic comedian, you know. I don't know. But yeah, so my dad is Catholic, my mom's Jewish. I celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas, which is wild, mainly because you know, it reminds me how much better Jewish food is. So much better. Are you kidding me? It's not even close. Latkes, kugel, that's all delicious. What do you eat on Christmas? Goose? That's disgusting. Who's ever been like, my favorite part of going home for Christmas is all the delicious Christian food? What? Oh, I mean, I've never been to church, but I've got a feeling that those communion crackers don't slap as hard as matzah. That's all I'm saying. Oh my God! But I am so happy to be here as your host. I don't want to take up too much time, but I'm definitely going to take up some because I'm obsessed with myself. I love me, and here am I. So it's going to happen. Like there is some time that's going to be filled, but then we'll see other people too, and that part's fun. It's going to be so good. So many people on the show. I do want to introduce my co-host. I bet you didn't know I had a co-host. Well, I do. And she is the Jew on Christmas that inspired those awesome raps. Give it up for Sam Cap.
Yeah. It was me. I was the Jew on Christmas too. It was my very first Christmas that I ever celebrated this year.
Really? How was it?
It was fantastic. It was like any other Christmas. We had Chinese food.
You celebrated Christmas by doing the same thing you do every single year. That's exciting. It sounds like you're still anti-Christmas. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you're the Jewish Grinch, but you know, I'm not gonna. Did you have a tree, or was it just like a tree that was in the shape of a menorah? Like, how much did you commit?
God, no. The only trees that were in my house were ground up and smoked very quickly.
Okay, yeah, that is how you celebrate Christmas. That's true. It's like a little gift, but you got to wrap it yourself, you know?
Amen.
Well, that's great. Well, give it up for Sam Cap. We'll hear more from her throughout the show. You know, Sam is one of the people that teaches the producing comedy show. So if you like this whole show that you're seeing, if you think it's really well produced, which I think it is, then you should absolutely take that class. They have so many amazing tips. And we'll get to all that stuff later. And I guess I will tell you one or two jokes, and then I'll maybe talk to one or two people in the crowd. I see some cool audience members here. I see, let's just take a look. Let's see. We got whale oil beef. That's somebody named himself that. That's fun. We got James iPad. Hi, James iPad. I love that last name. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I don't know what that means. I just wanted to make an apple joke. We have Michael Jackson that came back to life. Sometimes you're here. If I had known you were here, I would have tried harder. I'm like under a lot of pressure now.
I would never hurt a child.
Look at this might be the only time that I moonwalk the audience. Okay. You know, that's actually a really smart joke. So what's going on? Cool. Well, I'm very excited. We've got aliens. We've got people. We've got people who will never turn their camera off, even though their name is whale oil beef something, and we really want to know more. No, yeah, I'll just call myself whale oil beef, and nobody will have any questions. I don't need to turn the camera on. Sure, we're just gonna wonder what that's all about forever. A little bit about me. Why is a little bit about me getting a laugh? That's
More than a little bit.
Best transition ever, Dan.
Thank you so much. You know what? I appreciate that. I love doing a routine, and it's like half laughed at, half laughed with. It's all in love. I'm enjoying being here in my bedroom. I'll tell you that much. I am missing what am I missing? I'm missing having a job. I don't know. Has everybody here been unemployed for like the entire time? Okay. So everybody here has had a job the entire quarantine. There's nobody that's been unemployed.
What do you call unemployed?
Unemployed, like you lost your job due to the pandemic, and you still have not gotten it back. You've just been, living at home, collecting unemployment. That's what I'm doing. Anybody else?
Voluntarily retired.
That is a different definition. That is something completely different. Thank you, Carol. Oh, unemployed, as in I'm done working. No, it's different. Different thing. Thank you for your input, Carol, and we'll hear more from Carol later. Who knows? Maybe it's a mystery. Maybe we won't. But I've been missing my job so much. Like I have been unemployed the entire time, and I've realized the one thing that I miss most about my job is all like the microaggressions from my coworkers. I just miss them so much. Like this girl that I work with, she was slightly rude to me once, so obviously that means she's homophobic. And she was like, Dan, you can't eat the food that's for the customers. And I was like, okay, I get it. You hate gay people. And one time she asked me to plan her bachelorette party just because I'm gay, so she assumed I'm fun. Totally not a fair assumption at all. There are plenty of boring gay people, super boring gay people that won't even have sex with me. But she was right. I actually am pretty fun. Whoa, that's about all a loop. I'm sorry. I am really fun, but I'm not fun because I'm gay. I'm fun because I've tried every drug, Like I'm fun because of the type of gay that I am, not just because I'm a gay guy. I'm fun because I'm the type of gay guy that would bottom for a guy in the Marshall's bathroom. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm fun because I'm on Molly when that happens. Why am I so chill? Mushrooms. Why am I so relatable? Adderall. Why am I such a good dancer? That's because I'm gay, actually. I don't know. But being gay can be strenuous, not just because of straight people. Gay culture isn't always spot on. You think I want to listen to RuPaul's music? It's not perfect. But one thing that I do really like about myself is like how petty I am. That's like, I think one of my favorite parts of gay culture is the pettiness that comes with it. I know that technically is a bad trait, but it's one that keeps entertaining me and making me laugh. So I like it. I am petty. Like, if you annoy me or piss me off, I probably won't speak up about it or call you out, but I will eat a croissant in your car, I'll invite you to a Zoom and then leave you in the waiting room for 20 minutes. Don't fuck. Cool. Well, I think we're about to get the show started. I mean, there's not much crowd work that I want to do other than with whale oil beef guy. Person. I can't see what the last word is. I think it's like hood or hoof. I have so many questions. I will be unable to pay attention to this entire show. And what does Jim's iPad have to say about all this? Lori Lafferty is here. She's got laugh in her name. She's ready to go. Let's do this, Lori. She probably hates that. She's never going to turn her camera on. That's fine. I think we're ready. Are you guys ready to meet your first comedian of the night of this amazing impact hour? Yes, we have 3.5 hours of entertainment. That time starts now, which means I just took up more of your time and made the whole show longer. I'm just kidding. It was included. That was included. What I did was included in the time. This first person coming to the virtual stage is just one of my favorite people. She's so great. Latisse, she is our 201 stand-up star. So many people that took her class have gone on to take other classes just because they loved her class so much. So there's the details. It's starting January 16th. Please show some love. She is from ABC's The View, from World Series of Comedy. Give it up for Latisse.
Woo!
Are amazing. Keep that energy up. Give it up again for Dan and BS and Heirloom. Oh my God, y'all killed it. And Polly, what? Okay. It's just, it would take up 5 minutes of my time if I just went into the shock that I suffered as I heard Polly spitting those beats. I loved it. All right, so I know y'all thought this was a comedy show, and I'm so glad I'm going first because I'm going to talk about what everybody really should be talking about, and that's Kwanzaa.
Yes.
So we are on day 2 of Kwanzaa, and I'm just really gonna go through the days of Kwanzaa, and that's gonna be my set. Okay. I do care about Kwanzaa. Second day of Kwanzaa, it is almost over. It is the day of self-determination, if you must know. And I felt like this would be fun to educate all the white people about Kwanzaa.
Yes, sis.
Look, Christine said, educate us. I'm so happy to be a part of Off Mic Comedy School, and this show is like packed. When I say packed with just the most talented people and just fun. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stay a whole 3.5 hours, but I am so happy that I can squeeze in here. Yes, thank you, Jay. Jay put it in. I was scared to even pronounce it, but yes, there it is. Kujuna Kukula. And that is not correct, but yeah, self-determination. That's when we name ourselves and we're just proud of who we are and all that good stuff. I am proud of who I am. I love teaching, and I love stand-up comedy. I found it relatively like later in my life, and I'm so glad I did. And I love actually being able to share the things that I've learned over the years. So I guess I'll do some jokes. So Dan was talking about being unemployed. We were all unemployed at first with comedy when that shut down, and then by July I was like, I gotta get a job so I can get this divorce that I need and want. So I started at the sales job, and then I was like, no, this is not for me. And then I found Amazon, y'all. Amazon. I'm working at one of these big fulfillment centers in South Jersey, and let me tell y'all, y'all need to stop buying shit. That's the conclusion that I've come to. Y'all just need to stop buying shit, and because we just went through what they call peak season, and Christmas is over, all that good stuff, thankfully, because they were trying to freaking kill us. We were on mandatory overtime, so instead of having 3 days off, we were only having 2, and then they had us working an extra hour, which meant we were working 11 hours instead of the 10 hours we normally work. I know, boo-hoo me, but the shit was crazy. And what I realized that Amazon, you can buy anything at Amazon. And I understand why people are addicted to this, because you could literally put Buddha, 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 Hugga, Hugga in the search, and Amazon has that shit. There's shit at Amazon that I didn't even know existed. Okay. And I was like, wow, okay. I didn't know I needed a rice cooker, but I guess I'll buy that. I did actually come across something that I really did not know I needed. And at first I couldn't tell what it was, but then I read the label and it said manhandler black 10 inches long. I said, yeah, I need that.
Ooh, yes.
I put that on my wish list. So I'm gonna send that to a few people. Hopefully y'all can scrounge some pennies together and make that a reality for me. But I was like, wow, we selling dildos at Amazon? Okay. All right. It's wild, yo. But you have to give it to Jeff Bezos. I'm just like, you know what? He's a smart man. You have to give it up to Jeff Bezos. He literally figured out how to take a perfectly good box and put another perfectly good box inside of that box. Send it to y'all, and y'all keep buying this shit. I don't know what is going on. It's wild. Yeah. So those are my Amazon stories. There's so much about that place though that I love. I do. I like the flexibility and I love still being able to do comedy. And I'm hoping that as 2021 comes in, that we will then, start to open up some more and really, really get popping. But look what Christine and Sam and Paulie and Susan and the crew did. Like, we still doing comedy. We still making people laugh. And this is what we need. This is our joy. And I'm happy to be a part of it. I was saying that I am looking for that big D. I told y'all I'm looking for the big D, and I know what y'all are thinking.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I'm talking about divorce. So, so 2021, you know how they say at the end of the year, everybody's like, new year, new me. Papers signed. Yeah, definitely new me. I'm stunting on all y'all hoes out there. Just know that. I get this divorce, I'm gonna be single and ready to mingle, and then I'm gonna tell everybody no. Fuck off. I don't want none of y'all. Thank y'all. That is my time. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the show. I done babbled enough. Thank y'all.
Give it up for Latisse! Keep it going for Latisse! Scream for Latisse!
Yes, queen.
Yes, chase that big D, Latisse. Okay, I'm never gonna say that. I can't believe that came out of my mouth.
I can't.
That was a great set. Again, cannot stress enough, Latisse teaching a 201 class. So if you want to turn your 5 minutes into 10 minutes, and really, Latisse has been doing this for so long and is so great at it. So take that class. Take that class. All right, that's not going to chant going. Is he going to start a chant? It's like weird. So I'm very excited to bring up the next comedian. He is one of my all-time favorite people. She is just one of my best friends. I have the opportunity to teach stand-up 201 with one of my favorite people and best friends, which I love. We're teaching this class next month. She also offers a dark humor workshop, which I think will happen again. Probably. It was very popular. Anyway, in 2018, she won Philly's Funniest. I came in third place, which I think is fine. So please give it up for Cassandra D.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Woo-hoo.
Dan actually mentions that Philly's Funniest thing every time we hang out. It gets a little weird. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited that there is a Zoom background so that Latisse cannot see all the Amazon boxes behind me.
You're the one.
As soon as Dan started talking about missing his job, I kind of lost my train of thought, and I've just been sitting here thinking about all the things I miss about the world now. I miss things that I didn't like when I did them, like miss online dating. I miss it. It was awful. I so much so poorly before this. A lot of times people are surprised by how much I date because I'm a fat woman. But honestly, dating as a fat woman is basically like going out to eat at a restaurant if you're on a gluten-free diet. We have options. There are just 4 of them. And a lot of them are gross. Let me explain what I mean by that. Like when I pick my phone again, I will have a match on Tinder. But he will have a sword in his profile picture. What do I have to do to match with someone who doesn't own a cloak? Okay. Not long before the pandemic, I started dating women. And when I put them in the like, are there going to be girls with swords? That it's not a thing, but there is a girl equivalent of guys with swords. Anybody guess what that is? What is in these profile pictures?
I know the answer. So
I immediately saw cat ? Cats. You think cats are as weird as swords? It's not cats. Like it's ridiculous. F cats. I don't know if that's person is saying cats or person top hat. There's a lot more guesses than I'm used to. I think people are much more comfortable guessing when they can do a chat. I think I'm going to ask people to text me when I'm on stage. Computers is my favorite answer. It's horses. No one got it yet. It's horse girls. I get matched with so many horse girls. I want to clarify that they are never riding the horses in their profile picture. 31-year-old dental hygienist gently cupping a horse's face. Together. That is who I'm getting matched with. I miss a lot of things. I miss hanging out with my friends, going to lunch. Right before the pandemic, I had lunch with my friend, and she told me to pick the place. And I was like, what about Five Guys, burgers and fries, because it's near your house, and it's delicious. She was like, sweetie, you have to be pickier about what you put in your body. I know you're looking at me and you think you're on her side, but I'm pretty sure you would be on my side if you could see some of the guys she's given blowjobs to. They're gross. I'm way pickier about what I put in my mouth than she is. You want to know how I know for sure? If you told me today that her boyfriend was one of the 5 guys, I would never go back. I think that's been about 5 minutes. If that's my time, I'm going to end there. Thanks everybody so much.
Going for Cassandra D. I would probably blow all the 5 guys, but that's me. You know. I am hungry. All right. Oh my God. So again, Cassandra D and I will be teaching a 201 class starting on the 7th, starting really soon. It's going to be so much fun, and we're really going to help you learn everything from, writing more material to tightening your set to applying to festivals. So if you want to just, spend time with Cassandra and I, which I know you do. Really kind of shows, it's pretty obvious. So for that class. All right. Who's ready to keep the show rolling. So what we're going to do now is we are going to do a mini version of a show that we have done called Best and Newest. So it's newer comics doing their best material, and experienced, more veteran comics doing their newest material. And so it's a fun way to, view comedy. I don't know where the sentence ends, but yes, it's absolutely going to be so much fun. We're going to do a mini version of it with two comics. The newer comic doing their newer material is you've seen him at Broadway Comedy Club, Dangerfield, and Brooklyn House of Comedy. He took my crowd work class, and he's taking my 201 class. I'm so excited because he's wonderful. It's Walter Gottlieb, and Marlenas is our veteran comic, who is a New York comic and the producer of Most Likely to the Yearbook Roast. So please give it up for Best of Newest with Walter Gottlieb and Marlenas!
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. I really am looking forward to that class. As you can tell, I mean, it's obvious. I'm middle-aged, born at the tail end of the baby boom, which basically means I'm too young to remember where I was when Kennedy was shot, and too high to remember what I was doing when I found out Elton John was gay. Being middle-aged, I'm not so great with technology. I made a virtual appointment with my dermatologist. Now, before the appointment, you're supposed to upload a photo of whatever's bothering you, right? But I fucked up a little. I mixed up the dermatologist form with the sign up for this show. So, Dan, if you got a picture of that rash on my ass, I'm really sorry. And no wonder when I asked the dermatologist what I had, he said a tight 3. I tried to make a Zoom appointment with my colorectal surgeon, but he said he isn't doing those anymore because there are enough assholes on Zoom already. Yeah. Since I'm middle-aged, I bought a motorcycle, of course. And a few years ago, I actually joined a Jewish motorcycle gang called the Road Warriors. Now, I know that's not a very, fearsome name. Let me tell you, if anybody tried to fuck with us, we'd shank them with a matzah. You gotta say the blessing first. It's like, Hamotzi Lamin Haaretz. You want a piece of this dry ass cracker, motherfucker? Because we could hide a piece, and whoever finds it later wins a prize. That's right. Of course, we're supposed to be socially distancing during the holidays, and I don't understand the folks in the red states who don't take the simplest precautions. Like, I saw a dude from Oklahoma on CNN, and he's like, ain't nobody gonna make me wear a mask even now. And I'm like, dude, you wear a white hood every weekend. Like, what's Being a Jew, I'm not really thrilled with torches, and everybody's buying torches for their backyards this winter. And it makes me nervous. We don't like torches all that much. And the neighbors in my neighborhood, they keep arguing whether kerosene or propane is best, whereas I think there are very fine people on both sides. It was scary living down south as a Jew for a while. Some rednecks, this is true, some rednecks actually threatened to burn a cross on my lawn. And I'm like, burn a cross. I mean, knock yourself out. Cross means nothing to me. Burn a pot roast, we're going to have a fucking problem. Finally, speaking of Jews, you might have been wondering what Bernie has been doing since he lost the nomination. And the answer is 90s hip hop tribute band. And he just dropped the following on Spotify. I'm going to close with this. You ready? Cruising down the street in my 6'4", smacking the richest, helping the poor. And who could forget this timeless classic? The boys in the hood are always hard. And that's why they'll get free Viagra from my Medicare for All plan. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Yes. Great job. Keep going for Walter Gottlieb. So funny.
Yeah.
He cracks me up. All right, I love that Bernie impression. But so in the vein of best and newest, what we do on the show, one thing that I forgot to mention is after the comics do their sets, they get feedback from veteran comics. And that is going to be Cassandra and Latisse, who you've already seen. So go ahead and feedback away.
Cassandra, you want to go first? Or you want...
Sure. That was really great. That was really tight. Lots of jokes. I feel like if you're doing a short set, it's perfect. If you're doing a longer set, rather than trying to sustain that much energy for the whole set, having like some longer jokes in between. Yeah, you don't. I feel like when you start, like everyone's like really like, I need like a punchline like every 11 seconds or whatever. You can still do that, but like some of the jokes, like they don't all have to be one-liners. So you are very good at that. Those are some really good examples of those. Great job.
Thank you, Cassandra. That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, I felt the same way. She hit some good points for sure. Yeah, you're like rapid fire. So the only thing I would say is you might just want to slow down just a tad bit so that the audience can get all the nuggets that you're saying, because it's a lot in a short period of time. So just remember pacing. That's all. And yeah, energy was great. Jokes are fire. And yeah, I would. There are some things you touched on that you could definitely go deeper with. So yeah, like Sandra was saying, like if you start doing a longer set, you have a lot of stuff that you can build off of, and like jumping points from what you already started. So yeah, great job.
Thank you, Latisse.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
All right, awesome. Thank you, feedbackers. I don't know. Why does anyone let me host a show? Anyway, that's awesome. So now we're going to move on. Thank you, Walter. Keep it going for Walter one more time.
Yeah, good job.
We're now going to move on to our veteran comic doing newest material. So please give it up for Marlena's.
Yeah.
Marlena, see you there?
Yeah. So I've gotten worse at technology, is what I found out. So that's where we're at. I don't know about you guys, but like I already have problems not knowing that I've already told people the same story over and over. But now like I have no time and space to associate with the place I told a story. So I literally rearrange my furniture twice a week. Okay, twice a week. So I also, yeah, it's a dystopian funhouse in here for interior design. I just have shit everywhere. But most importantly, I want to reclaim gold. After January 22nd, gold is ours again. Trump doesn't get to keep gold, okay? I've been doing this random shit, like just getting prepared. Yes, I'm telling you, that's the level that we're at. Do you want to see a mirror funhouse? Because that exists too. It should not. What I'm saying is, I really want to see the verses between Bernie Sanders and 50 Cent. I don't know why. I don't know why that's right. Because like Bernie Sanders' rap name has to be the 1%. You know, so I feel like those would go together. I don't know. But yeah, I've been able to be employed in various capacities, as many of you know. I am a professional drug dealer, which is to say I work in pharma advertising. Wow, they really think that doctors want people coming into their offices to talk about psoriatic arthritis. That's not what they want right now. I don't know what part of stay home is like not clear, but here we are. So on top of working for that, I'm also the Coquito Connect. So if you need that, I got you. Like, I feel like the bubble gum. I got creamy Coquito. I got not creamy Coquito. I mean Coquito ice cream. You tell me what proof you want. I got it. Alcohol, ice cream, and all of that. Yep, this is also a sale. This is what I'm doing, and I'm concerned because I'm nervous because there was a day that from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. I was making deliveries, and I was like, I'm too I'm too committed to this bit. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh. Anyway, what I'm saying is I'm gonna make a medical OnlyFans and dress myself in prescription tassels. That's my time. Thank you guys.
Feedback.
I really like the OnlyFans thing, and I wish that had been the first thing. Now, like that, and then you ended there. I thought that was funny.
Wanting more. No.
There's definitely. Did you plan the Bernie Sanders joke, or did you just think of that during? Because that was also Bernie Sanders' rap name. Was really funny.
Oh yeah, no, I was tagging to the earlier thing. That's all. So I just thought it because I also really do kind of want to see that.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of good stuff in there. Unfortunately, after Zoom, you probably won't be able to make fun of your own apartment anymore. So,
oh, there's time.
Oh God. Am I up?
Keith, you have any?
Oh yeah. Well, Marlene, you know I love you, girl, and you are always funny. That Coquito Connect. Yes, I was like, yes.
I'm right over the GW.
Right. Come through. No, I think everything was funny. What I like about you is how you deliver your punches. And I like how your voice switches up every now and then too when you go back and forth into. But what I like to see more is like you do more characters, like some character work. So when you get into you talking about that coquito, like real or like you sell a drug, like go into that.
I meant to do the accent.
Yeah.
I did, and I forgot.
And I know you can do it. So just throw that in there. Also, the whole idea about you selling drugs, but really you work for pharmaceuticals. Like you could then, you could throw that whole hood thing in there again. You know what I mean? Like just switch it up, even though you're professional. So there's so many ways you can do it.
Right. Thank you. I do that in other sets, but this was newest. So
yes.
But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Anytime.
Keep it going for Marlena!
Yes.
Oh my God, so great. So that was best and newest. One of the shows that we do sometimes, if you take a class with Off Mic, you get access to our really cool Facebook group and you get prioritized on shows. And so you get to do stuff like that. Mike's where you get feedback. So I don't know, am I a commercial? Did I turn into a commercial? Kind of, yeah. It's an advertisement, all right? But thank you to everybody that came here to support the show and to put money into the scholarship so we can get more people taking these classes, whether you're somebody related to somebody on this show tonight or whether you're whale, oil, beef, it doesn't matter. We all like different backgrounds. Anyway, I really got to get that person to turn their camera on at some point.
And did you see Christine just said they made enough tonight to sponsor 2 scholarships?
2 scholarships! We're at 2 scholarships. If you want to donate more, there's probably a way to do that. Anyway, moving on. So your next comic coming to the virtual stage is great. She is another past student of mine who's so funny. You know her from Comedy Therapy, from Broadway Comedy Club. I'm so excited to see her set. Give it up for Denny right now.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dan. So I have been unemployed for the last 9 months. I did actually lose my job because of the pandemic, because like most comedians with a liberal arts degree, I was tending bar. So I count myself very lucky though, because at least my husband still works. And also he got to keep his job. So hasn't been all bad. I kind of love about being quarantined that everyone who's ever judged me for day drinking has been getting day drunk on a daily basis for the last 9 or 10 months, all homeschooling their kids. So now that you all know the joys of day drinking, you can please stop judging me for it. Thank you very much. I was just ahead of my time. Of course, back then you said it was a problem. Until it became all the rage, whatever. It's hard to be sober in 2020. I'm goddamn, but I am a recovering alcoholic, although I don't like that term. I prefer the more flattering inactive lush. I've wanted to drink so many times this year, but I've managed to stay sober. I've been sober since August of 2019. So what's that, 2.5 years? 2020 sobriety time counts for double. God, she counts for even more than that. AA meetings help. That's what I call putting fresh batteries in my vibrator. But you do what you can. Been watching a lot of TV. Rewatched some old Disney movies from my childhood. That's an interesting thing to do because it is amazing how much differently your adult brain will process a Disney movie from like the 90s than your child brain. As an adult, when you watch like Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Rapunzel, whatever, all you can think is, I wonder which princess is going to have which PTSD symptom when she's in her 30s. Like all that freaking child. Cinderella did not need a husband. She needed child protective services. And Ariel was a freaking hoarder, like, and I don't think that got any better when she, became human. She's probably just started hoarding vibrators now that she's got legs and all the fun stuff in between them to play with. So she's still singing about it. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Eric thinks this one massages my feet. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. I'm Danny Rydell. Have a great night.
Oh, and keep that thunderous virtual applause going for Danny. Yes, we love Danny. Danny also, in addition to taking my class, teaches 201 class, and I believe also took Cassandra's class, right? Cassandra's dark humor crowd class. So Danny is part of the Off Mic family. That was a great set. So yes, one more clap and snap. Did I just invent the clap and snap? Oh my God. You dance crave. Hello. Okay. Wow. Am I viral yet or what? We're going to move right along. Your next, very excited to see. He has a MFA from University of Michigan and a passing grade in Stand-Up 101 comedy. It's an elusive grade, I might say. So, give it up for Charles Bernard Gushu!
Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. And while I won't be telling any jokes for you tonight, I think that the effect of Che's class on the work that I do will be very obvious and enjoyable. Okay. I do also want to say that I don't know if you're viral, but I definitely caught what you have, Dan. Latisse, I'm so excited to work on what I'm about to show you into a 10-minute set. Okay.
Yes.
This is my only time of year where I really get to show off this talent. Happy holidays, everyone. Christmas Bell Medley.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Best slap.
I also Habari Gani, everyone, which is what you say at the beginning of each day of Kwanzaa, which is another one that I celebrate. And I don't know any Kwanzaa songs, but I did grow up singing the Black National Anthem, and I will perform that for you now.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not as good if it doesn't go fast, you know, so it's like not a great one for that. Thank you. That's my time. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, keep it going for him. Yes. So, you know, just great. That was really exciting. I think you are putting the variety in variety show. You know, just a good little sample of what you're going to learn in Stand Up 101. So I Kay usually dedicates a whole class to that, to slapping your face melodically. I love some good melodic face slapping. That was so entertaining.
That's more of it.
Yeah, we have to do other things, of course, during the show. But if it was just that, I would not be angry.
We can definitely, Charles. We could definitely add 5 more minutes to that.
I was like, it got to be like I saw you as like a DJ. I was like, should I put in a request or? Thank you so much. Oh my God, we've got so much more good show coming up. I'm so excited for this portion of the show. We have 2 off-mic professors that teach an awesome class called Joke, Roast, and Toast. So if you're gonna people do roasts and just cheersing to people and saying just basically how to roast and toast each other. In this class is it's very, very awesome and original. I feel like not a lot of people teach a class like this, which is a shame because I've seen so many people bomb at roasts. To the point where I'm like, there really needs to be a class. So now there is. So we have Spark Tabor and Cynthia Marie teaching this class. Cynthia is the host of the Moth North American Brewery Tour, New York Sketch Fest. I also know Cynthia from Philly from back in the day. Hi, Cynthia. Spark is the funniest person in Cincinnati, the funniest person in Columbus, Chicago, and Laugh Factory. So give it up for Cynthia and Spark.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going first, and honestly, I don't know how to follow Charles. That was great. I actually have a similar routine, but if you want to see it, you'll have to subscribe to my OnlyFans. Different cheeks. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, this Christmas was really weird for me because I haven't got to see a lot of people, and everyone I know keeps tweeting about how this is the worst Christmas that they've ever had in their life. They just describe it like, oh my God, it was so bad. I woke up, I exchanged 2 presents with the 2 people that I love most in the world and see every day of my life. And then I had to binge watch television and eat takeout. I cannot imagine a worse Christmas. And honestly, you guys, that is how I've spent every Christmas since I was 12 years old. It's just like, according to my coworkers, the ideal Christmas is spending 2 weeks cleaning your house, like agonizing over gifts for people you see once every 2 years and don't even really know, and then making 3 different kinds of potatoes. Because if Aunt Bridget does not have her creamy garlic mashed potatoes, she will spend the rest of the evening talking about how your boyfriend should have married his high school sweetheart. And it's like, I know, Kara is better than me. She's 5'10" and is a literal rocket scientist. I just want to say that my way is so much better. I only have to see my dad and my boyfriend, and everyone else gets a thumbs up and a Christmas tree emoji. I just think that Christmas is great, even if you only spend it with 2 people and your cat. And it hurts to see people hate on my way of life. I just think that holidays are different now, even before COVID. Like, I took my cousins trick-or-treating 2 years ago, and it's so structured now. You can only trick-or-treat between the hours of 5 and 7. There are very specific neighborhoods and specific rules, and I just can't imagine living that way. Like, I don't have kids, but I'm thinking back to when I was a kid. You know, when I was like 11, my parents just dropped me off in the neighborhood with the best candy on Halloween night, and were like, goodbye forever. And I haven't seen my mom since, but it's fine. I've been adopted by the house with the best candy. Yeah, so that's me. Now I'm gonna kick it over to Spark for his 1 minute of stand-up. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my internet was messing up. I thought we were only doing 1 minute. I was about to cut Cynthia's video off.
Sorry.
I'm gonna stick to the rules of our show. I stream on Twitch, which if you don't know what that is, people choose to watch me play video games on occasion. And it's mostly kids, obviously, and it's mostly boys, which is my favorite thing. That's a weird thing to say on the internet. It's okay to say with this skin tone. Just because they're like, I remember being that age and how important it was to be cool and be liked. And so they try and attach that to me, an adult who doesn't know who they are. So I'll have kids that will come in and they'll just type something like my brother Jared is a lot better than you at this game. That's it. Like, there's no explanation. There's no further. I'll like address that and they'll have already left. And if that's what I want for all comedians now at comedy clubs. I think that like a barred off section for 13 to 15-year-old boys. Come and go as they want, and they're allowed to say whatever they want with no explanation during your set. It sounds like heckling is bad, but I know a lot of comedians got bullied as kids. This is your chance, okay? You don't get to yell at Derek that had the nice car at your high school, but Asm, or whatever this dumb kid's name is right there. So, live life. And that's my time.
Okay, I think that means it's my turn for roasting. This time I will try to stick to my minute. I always talk too much. But anyway, Spark's teeth are so crooked that they're running for mayor of New York in a 1994 superhero movie. He wears basketball shorts and a t-shirt every single day. If you see him wearing basketball shorts, you'll assume he's going to the gym, but really he's just getting energy drinks from the corner store so he can stream Fortnite again. Spark is proof that it's not just white men who can't jump. He obsessively memorizes sports statistics but doesn't have any ball skills, unless you count juggling his own balls while Sabrina sleeps. His real name is Gavin, and the only people whose real names and nicknames are that different are either in witness protection program or in porn. Jokes aside, Spark is really personable. He's so friendly. He treats everyone he meets like it's a networking opportunity and an opportunity to sell his merch. He's a wedding DJ, a trivia host, and podcaster, streamer, comedian, and aspiring rapper. That's a lot of jobs for someone whose girlfriend supports him. The end. Love you.
Spark, just a reminder that audience, you are going to vote on this. I forgot to say that, but there's anyway, Spark, take it away.
Everyone keep it going for Cynthia's jean jacket. That Whitesnake concert was dope. Anyway, Cynthia and I run a show together, Joke Roast Toast, and she often has trouble booking comics. She thought people don't like speaking to her in person. Turns out you can just get rid of that prepositional phrase. Cynthia has roots in Philadelphia. It's too bad her trunk can't get any brotherly love. Cynthia is awkward and has no Black friends. Honestly, I should be able to write off every interaction we have as charity. Cynthia is short, round, and wears glasses. She looks like 22 from Soul. Some of you haven't seen that movie, but that's pretty good. All right. All right. Anyway. All right. Athletes are stereotypically known to beat up nerds, so it makes sense that Cynthia works out because of how much she hates herself. And actually, I'll end with that. Thank you.
Oh, yes. That's perfect.
Also, she was lying with those roasts, bro.
He gets so mad when I say he can't jump. Okay, but it's toast time. So I just want to say, Spark, that I'm so glad that we met. I know that I met you when I was kind of new to comedy, and I'm so glad I did, because like watching you is just a masterclass on how to be a showrunner, how to be a comedian, like both on stage and off. You are so funny and so warm, and you make whether I've seen you at huge shows and I've seen you at small shows, and you have the ability to completely have the crowd wrapped around your finger no matter how many people are there, and it's amazing. And you're just like the best person and one of the best comedians I've met. And that's all. Toast.
I bet. Cynthia, I love. She got me with that. That was like heartfelt. Anyway, I've done a lot of shows with a lot of people. I have a lot of hosts, I have a lot of interactions, and I don't repeat those with the people I want to. And we were supposed to run Joke Roast Toast for a couple weeks, and we've done it for 31 shows. And the only reason I'm still doing this show is because I get to sit and talk with you before itself. Everyone should do it, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I could do this with anyone else. And we talk most days, not about comedy just because we do podcasts together, We've hung out. We've done. We're going to do road trips. That's a secret. I'm gonna come kidnap you. Just straight up outside of comedy, like I want you in my life forever. That's emotional, but it's real, and hearts and kisses all around.
Oh, that was so sweet. Okay, now we're gonna dedicate 20 minutes of the show to complimenting me.
Dan, I've missed you every day for 4 years.
Thank you. Oh my God, I didn't even expect a compliment. Wow. That was awesome. So I have are you guys before while I'm talking to you guys, just so everybody knows, we're gonna vote between Spark and Cynthia for who won this overall thing, who was the better roaster, who was the better nice person roaster. So the question I want to ask you guys, are you doing the workshop again for Off Mic?
I would love to. Yeah, I think we're both down to do it again if you guys want to do it again. So I know that I hope that the students, a couple of them sent me messages after saying that they liked it and they felt like they learned a lot. So that was really awesome for me to hear. And I would love for me to teach more people things and have them also send me compliments after.
Yes. It's a great feeling. I can tell you, I mean, students message me saying, hey, they loved it. Curse me out and swear they're going to try and find me and kill me. So it's, but that's cool because I knew it passed and I didn't know there was another one on the books, but I would love to see that again. You guys are clearly both really good at roast jokes. And so I guess, are we getting any votes in the comments?
Are we putting the votes in the chat?
Do it in the chat.
I saw at least one vote for Spark.
Wait, so
right now,
okay.
everybody in the comments to say either Spark or Cynthia, who you think won overall, who you think brought it in terms of best roast jokes, and also who was just so nice that they made you cry like a Pixar movie. Let's see. I see one vote for Sparkthea, which is it's just somebody toasting both of them. Really, that's Jay. That's sweet. So I don't have a way of tracking these. I see a lot of names. I see.
Yeah.
Somebody said,
one person messaged me privately by accident. So I'm going to take this over to, I think the best way to figure out who won is to take it over to Christina's saying best way to break it is with a marriage proposal.
Right. I told y'all I was coming. Mark said he got the ring. He ready.
Oh, that's not for me.
Well, now that we've made it over, let's take it over to Christine. Christine, who do you think won according to the comments? They're so.
I think it's literally Cynthia by 1.
Yes. Well, then let's say Cynthia won by 1 vote. But honestly, both winners in my book. Give it up for Cynthia and Spark. One more time.
Woo!
Oh, thank you so much. That was great. I loved it. I love seeing a good roast where then after that they both just compliment each other in such a heartwarming way. It really was like watching a Pixar movie. I watched Soul today, so I'm telling myself I watched 2 Pixar movies today. Awesome. Well, let's move right along unless unless we want to get whale oil to turn on his camera. No, forget it. It's recurring. It's not going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, your next comic coming to the stage. He is a host of Beer Busters podcast. He performed with UCB in New York City and is a graduate of Jake's Stand Up 101 off mic class, which is such a popular class. So please give it up for Dan Baker.
Hello. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Off Mic, for having me, and thanks to all the other comics. Let's talk about fleshlights for a second, shall we? If you don't know what a fleshlight is, it's a flashlight-shaped sex toy for sad men that's got a silicone vagina insert for you to fuck. They market this thing as a stamina training unit. Now, I bring all this up because freshman year of college, a friend got me a fleshlight as a Christmas gift. Fitting. But I have to stress, I never used the thing. I got as far as reading the instructions. You have to take the insert out, run it under hot water for 20 minutes, but then you have to leave it sit for another 5 to 10 minutes so you don't burn your dick. That's a red flag. Now, I'm no scientist, but I do know that hot things don't stay hot forever, which means if you've trained your stamina well enough, that insert's going to start to get cold, which is the second red flag. So I got this thing while I was on semester break, and I didn't take it back to school with me. It just stayed at home under my bed at my mom's house. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Wrong. One brisk March evening, as I'm eating dinner alone in my dorm, I get a phone call from my dear mother. Hey, kiddo. We have to move. Now, at the time, there were some health issues going on in the family, so it was just a matter of time until I got that phone call. So, bullet dodged. Sorry to hear that, Mom. I'll come home and pack up my stuff this weekend. Don't worry. I've packed up your room. Now, the third red flag is that the friend that got me the fleshlight for Christmas decided to name it, and he named it Alice, which is my mom's name.
Oh, no.
So this thing is sitting under my bed in a box with my mom's name on it. And all I can picture is her packing up my room and finding this nondescript box with her name written in crude Sharpie on the side, opening up and inspecting what's inside. Oh, that's a strange Mother's Day gift, right? So flash forward to spring break when I come home to the new house and I have dinner with my mom, and off in the distance, I spot some flowers in a very peculiar looking vase under a Georgia O'Keeffe painting. As I'm sitting there at the dinner table in pure discomfort, my mom soaks it all in and says, "Do you like the new art installation? I call it the Seeds of Life." That's my time. I'm Dan Baker. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, that was a great set. Again, a student of Jake's 101 class. So just showing you what kind of magic can come out of, oh God, I sound so corny, like a commercial. I'm so but, that was a great set. Great job. For Dan, one more time, Dan Baker. Right. Do the clap and snap. It's gonna catch on. All right. So your next comic coming. Yeah, it's a craze. It's the new craze. Coming to the stage. I'm very excited to see their set. They're the host of Beer Busters. Nope, sorry, that's incorrect. that was Dan. They're the host of Nook Smiles Ticket. Which is a stand-up comedy show in the game Animal Crossing New Horizons. Sounds like I need to see that immediately. So please give it up. Make some noise for Amethyst Baron.
Hey, thank you so much, Dan. So growing up, my dad's favorite child got spoiled with fancy food, expensive toys, and weekly trips to the cottage. Never complaining about my dad's alcoholism really paid off for our dog. When it's not a pandemic, I'm a pet sitter, which means that I sometimes get to walk puppies. Sounds adorable, right? Actually, walking a puppy is a lot like walking a drunk person home. They zigzag all over the place. They try to interact with everyone that passes, and they may stop at any time to urinate. I'm actually super allergic to dogs, but their cuteness makes me override my own biology just to be around them. Similarly, I find most masculinity to be toxic. but I still identify as a bisexual. Stop being so cute, man. They're fine. I'm also non-binary. I use they, them pronouns, and I have for about 5 years now. But I haven't told my mother that yet. You see, she's really into the whole gender binary thing. So I'm saving that disappointment for a special occasion. My roommate recently moved out, so my partner and I have the whole house to ourselves. You know what that means. We can get freaky wherever we want. And we will. I can dissociate into a traumatic flashback anywhere. As a disabled person, I sometimes find routine tasks like self-care exhausting. For example, sometimes I'm exhausted after only a few hours of masturbation. Speaking of which, the handle on my new vibrator looks just like my hand blender. Now I really love making soup. I stopped masturbating just long enough to write that joke. Sometimes jokes just come to you. I know you might figure out that I'm crazy. You'd be correct. My psychiatrist actually prescribed so many medications, I recently had to upgrade my pill organizer into a spice rack. I'll leave you on this one. I really, really hate hospitals, but there's one good thing. However you manage to leave, you're going to a better place. Thank you so much.
Yes, keep it going, Providence! That was great. That was such a good set. I love jokes about joke writing. One thing I've learned about myself in quarantine is that it can take me 9 months to write one mediocre joke, and it's this one, and it's over. Okay, that's it. So love a good joke about the process. That was awesome. Keep it going for Amethyst one more time. Yeah. Yes, awesome, awesome. We're going to move on to a very special part of the show, and by that I mean one of our core instructors. He's so beloved. He's so funny. He's just so wonderful. I sound like I'm being sarcastic, but I genuinely mean this. So he is the instructor of our Stand Up 101 class, which is, I think, has sold out every time. Gotten so much great feedback. So many people that took his class loved it so much that they went on to take other classes. And, you know, some of the students have even bought him gifts, which I'm very jealous of. I didn't get the gifts this year. All right. If I taught you and you didn't mail me a gift, then, you know, what we're going to have. We're going to do that. But so you know him from the Boston Comedy Festival. You know him from Helium Records. He recorded at Helium. So please give it up for Jake Matera.
Hey guys, I'm happy to be here. The showcase spotlight view. Jesus, that is brutal. They have a spotlight view in standard definition because this is. All right, I'm just gonna stand further back. Hey everyone, I'm already making improvements. Hi, sorry I got here late. I'm sorry. I was showing my kid The Shining. He's 3 years old. He's crying right now. It's great. Hope you guys all had a nice holiday. We celebrate Christmas, and my wife made us wear matching Christmas pajamas. Shut up. We wore matching pajamas on Christmas, which like even the dog had matching pajamas.
No.
We did it for our Christmas card that we mailed out yesterday. It was like Happy Holidays from Heaven's Gate. That's what it felt like. All right, that was just for me. Heaven's Gate Colts. Okay. They wore matching outfits and they committed. Okay. I don't know. Listen, it's Sunday. I am stressed. So let's get into it. I went to Target today and I thought it would be like good to go today rather than like, I know you're not supposed to go anywhere. I get that, but I live in the suburbs. We have to go to Target legally once a day. And I realized like there's 2 Targets by my house and there's 2 types of Targets. in the world, and I never realized that before. It's like there's a Target with the Starbucks, which is the nice one, and then there's a Target with a Pizza Hut, which is not. The Starbucks Target, they're like genuinely excited to see you. They wipe a cart off when they hand it to you, and they say "Have a good day." The Pizza Hut Target, they like shove a cart at you with a baby in it. And you're like, "Whose baby is this?" And they're like, "That's mine. Do you mind just? Can you just walk it around? It helps us." He's just pulling double duty. I don't know. Starbucks Target has like a separate escalator for its own cart, whereas like the Pizza Hut Target, they like just have some like DIY laundry chute dumbwaiter that you have to pull yourself up. It's like what inspired the Tower of Terror, is what I'm saying. It's never been inspired. I don't know. The Starbucks Target, it's just a place you can return something without a receipt. It's cool. Like, they're like, yeah, it's fine. Like at the Pizza Hut Target, everything's already open. Everything there has been opened and used somewhat, and then you buy it. Okay, that's good. You guys gotta go to Target more. Oh, okay, get back. Okay. Life is great. I did just watch that Heaven's Gate documentary that I was just referencing a minute ago. It's on HBO. Not to brag, one of my students got me HBO for the year. Actually, I got an Xbox One. No. I was watching this documentary on the Colts thing, and it made me like, and also I miss Colts, right? Like, Christine, you know what I'm talking about. I just I miss Colts because like they're a lot like gangs when you think about it. It's like once you join like your family now, you change your name, you have to wear a certain color. Like you feel like you have purpose, right? But like the only way out of one is like in a body bag. Okay, that's dark. I'm also teaching a dork workshop. That's what I'm teaching. A dork workshop. Guys, it's called multi-level martyring. Okay. All right, I'll teach you wordplay. You don't see as many Colts anymore. It bugs me, but you do see a lot of like multi-level marketings on like I wrote a note and it auto-corrected to moms, by the way. I wrote MLMs and it just corrected the moms. You do see a lot of moms. But multi-level marketing is the same. It's seriously, it's like the same thing. The only good thing is like you don't kill yourself at the end. Like but after you like fail on Facebook in front of all your friends that you tried to get to join, you're gonna you wish you had after that. All right, good. This has gotten sad again. And then you're left alone. You don't have any friends anymore. You just have family, and they're great, right? They're manipulative. They break you down. They undermine everything you do. Oh my God, families are a cult. Oh my God. Oh yeah. All right. That's it for me. That's my time. Thank you, Dan. I love you. Mwah.
Oh, great. Keep going for Jake. And from what I understand, Jake, do we have a PowerPoint from you?
Oh my God. Do we? Yes, we do. I can't control it, so
I didn't think you forgot or anything.
You like that though? I try to do it like, oh yeah, oh wow, yeah, Dan. For 3 easy payments, we can no. So what makes a joke? Okay, this is very simple, right? What makes a joke? Setup and punchline. Now you just heard my set, and you're like, well, where was this? You just heard. The setup obviously is like the most important part of the joke. This is the part I struggle with because it's like you think of the funny thing, and then it's your job to like, put all the right pieces in front of it to make your joke make sense, which clearly I'm struggling with. But hey, listen, you don't have to be a professional basketball player to be a coach, right? Okay, good. Basically, like the reason why the setup's so important is like it's the framework of a joke. It's the foundation. It's what sets up your punchline. And have you ever heard the expression? Have you ever heard somebody say tag? It's just jargon. It means an additional punchline on your existing punchline. It's the best way to get more laughs in a set, which is totally like any set you have, you should always try to tag your punchlines that you have. Otherwise you're just creating more work for yourself because you want to get that rhythm of laughter. Rhythm of Laughter. That's my first album. It's only available on Napster. Obviously, best premises are original observations and events that are like true to you, like things that you find true and like your observation or things that you've experienced. So when you're writing from that personal experience, it's like the best. So do that. The setup should always be serious and authentic. Something I didn't realize till way too late in the game, because you'd always like thinking like, oh, is this a funny thing that happened? Usually when you hear somebody tell like a funny thing that happened story in stand-up, it usually like kind of doesn't work, because it's like you're starting at the funny thing and then there's nowhere left for your punchline to go. So that's why a lot of stories you're here like will be something like that's almost kind of like humiliating to the person, because then they have something to work off of, rather than they have like a juxtaposition of serious and like being authentic, and then you have a punchline, rather than like this thing where like I can't tell if you're joking the whole time. So there's that. Go ahead, you can switch to the next one. All right, it's just a nude picture of me. Oh no, okay, took that one out. Okay. The other things to remember, this is an important one too. Being clever doesn't always mean being funny. That's very important to know. You know who told me that, Dan? Nobody else is gonna. Matt Sang.
Oh,
He
yeah.
told me that. Yeah, he told me that early on. I was like, oh damn, yeah, that's a really good piece of advice, because you saw me trying to do some analogies in there. They probably fell flat, and that's always like a note I try to remind myself of. It's like sometimes you get so worked up and like so caught up in like a analogy or a metaphor that like you're trying to make it make perfect sense, and it's almost too clever when you should just worry about being funny.
Yeah. Actually, that's so true.
A joke that should be shorter and is usually funny. It's always funnier than a joke that could be shorter and isn't. I know that sounds dumb, but it's worth it. Do I have 1 minute left for? Oh no, I'm just okay. Never mind. Sorry, I'm reading something. They're telling me please get off the stage. The only way to get better at stand up is by doing mics. Do it. Find out all the places you can do it. Don't wear a mask. Say, listen, the whole thing's a hoax. God bless America. No, I'm just kidding. I just freeze. No, but one thing, listen, with comedy, seriously, it's all about like coming from like being vulnerable. Like a place of pain and humiliation usually like garners the best punchlines. Just like putting yourself out there, because you have no idea how much that makes you relatable to the audience listening, because everybody's been through something similar, even if you feel like it's just specific to you. And nobody has your perspective, and it's valuable. So just remember that. Like, even though that, yeah, there's a million comics, there's a million whatever, like straight white male comics, there's a million other comics out there. Everybody just yeah, I was like, where's he gonna go with this? Basically, everybody has their own perspective. They're like, there doesn't have to be a token person on a show. Like everybody there's room for everybody, is what that means. Okay, next one. Whoo, Jesus Christ. It's great. Carry a notebook. Write down everything. These are just some writer's blocks exercises. So always write down anything that makes you laugh. Conversation, TV, whatever. Credit everything. Don't steal anything, obviously. The main reason you do that is when you finally sit down to write and you're looking at an empty page, you have something to work off of. That way you're not just like overwhelmed by like the like endless possibilities. You have structure. You have something that you can work from. And when I'm like struggling to like write punchlines, one thing that I've always found helpful is transcribing one of my favorite jokes. It's just like it's a fun thing that puts me in the mindset of like, you know, a comedian who influenced me. I would say use that, but don't like rely on that. Don't like steal somebody else's one material or like their cadence. Like find your own voice, but just get used to that so you can see how the rhythm of a joke works. And see like then you can see like punchlines, tags, etc. All that stuff that happens, like callbacks. One thing I like to do every single day is I like to free write. Mitch Hedberg would do this all the time. You can even look up like Mitch Hedberg journals. It's really cool. Basically, he would just set a timer for like 15, 30 minutes and just not let the pen stop. So everything stream of consciousness would come out, and sometimes there'd be bits in there, sometimes there wouldn't be, but you would see like basically like thoughts that turned into some of his best jokes, and it's really cool. And I found it valuable too to find like with my ADD, I'm always bouncing around, so I found that like super helpful. And then one thing, like a lot of people, last thing I'll say, with storytelling, a lot of people like it's like probably the most popular form of comedy out right now is like storytelling comedy, and a lot of people always like want to know like how to punch that up. And the best advice I have is just like go beat by beat for the story, like write a sentence to your story and then try writing a punchline to it. That doesn't dissolve the whole reality of the story. Like, so just try to go sentence by sentence through the beats that move the story forward and write a punchline. And that's my 3 PowerPoint slide. And yeah, I'm going to go back to Target. Thank you guys. Love you.
All right. Give it up for Jake Matera.
Really running out of steam there, huh, guys?
That's great. All great material. I love that bit that you do about transcribing jokes. That's such a good one. Crazy premise, but I was with you. Jake Matera is, again, for those of you that are just joining, or for those of you that didn't hear me say before, teaches Stand Up 201. It's a very popular class, so sign up before it gets sold out. Jake, when is your next Stand Up 101 class? I said 101, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Dan. It is starts Monday, January 11th, so 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's gonna be a hoot. It's gonna be a riot.
A hoot and a half.
Yeah, a hoot and a half. Wow.
And if you don't get that extra half hoot, then you get offering refunds for anybody that gets less than 1.5 hoots, which hasn't happened yet. So there you go. Give it up for Jake Matera one more time.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for what's about to happen right now because let me tell you a little bit something. We have more than just stand-up classes at Off Mic. We have more than just crowd work classes. We have improv classes. And some of the people that work and teach classes for Off Mic are going to do an improv set for us. These 4 people you see on our screen, the one person that gave me credits was Jay. Jay is the director and instructor of Baldwin Wallace University Conservatory. It's a freestyle love supreme academy. I'm trying to make sense of the Templeton, the Rat, and I guess Charlotte's Web first national tour. That's actually awesome. Paulie is our tech person, so give it up for Paulie Reese, JC Ellis, Micah Sherman, and Christina Anthony.
Hey, everybody. That's right. Thank you very much, Dan. The last time that I got 1.5 hoots was the time that I went over. I went way down to knock, and I told them I was bi, and they were like, "Yeah, you need to leave right now." Anyway, so I am so excited to welcome to the stage all of our improv instructors. That's right. Off Mic is launching improv classes first of the year, so we are excited to welcome them. First coming to the stage is a woman that I am so glad that she is with us. She was absolutely brilliant in performing with another improv theater that will go nameless here in Philly. And now she is living like that life out in Philly, out in LA. Give it up for Christina Anthony is here. Here she is. You know him, you love him already. He is teaching Improv Junior and has more energy than like all of the kids that he could possibly teach if you put them on speed and Red Bull at the same time, but don't do that because that's illegal. It's Jay Ellis.
Yes, thank you for having me. You know what's not illegal? Adderall. Just dose them.
Oh God. Off Mic does not support any of the comments that are being made by any of its instructors and do not necessarily reflect their views or points. Thank you very much. And coming to the stage now, you know him from his award-winning Twitch show, Art Smackdown, which is every Monday night. I've competed, and I lost in glorious array. Here is Micah Sherman.
Greetings, everybody. Thanks for having me.
So what we are going to do now, we are going to show you a little bit of Zoom improv. These friends of mine are going to perform a set as if they were on any other Zoom meeting. So what I need you to do right now, get involved in the chat. Can somebody tell us a reason why you might need to have a Zoom meeting? Maybe you're one of these idiots that are teaching like an improv comedy class, and you're like, yeah, but any reason why 3 or 4 people might gather on a meeting. I love what I'm seeing here. We've got intervention. Charles, I kind of love it. Yeah, we're gonna go there. BS plotting to take over the world. Oh, let's do that. So BS says two people are on a meeting to plot to take over the world. That's amazing. Thank you so much. But here's the problem. Like y'all have been on Zoom for a long time. It's kind of frustrating to like be on Zoom for so long. So what's gonna happen is they're all gonna be Zoom bombed. They're gonna be Zoom bombed by our third improviser. So can somebody tell me who it is that's Zoom bombing them? These two people that are trying to take over the world. Drop that in the chat. Who's that person that's just interrupting their meeting? Ooh, Rachel Ray is interrupting this Zoom meeting. The two people are having a Zoom meeting, but they get interrupted by Rachel Ray. Take it away.
Yo, I'm just like I think I'm ready to get this done. I've been holding myself back and I'm ready to transform. Yo, can we get this started?
Okay, yeah. Pinky, just wait one second. I'm the brain, right? I'm the brain, so I'll take the lead.
Okay, take the lead then, cause I'm holding back, but I can't hold it anymore.
Okay, what I'm thinking is disco balls, right?
I transformed. I tried to hold it back. Disco balls can be later.
What? Pinky, disco balls. We drop them simultaneously. Every household in the nation. They're distracted, and then we infiltrate.
I know, but can't we go with the hand plan? Because the disco balls are a good idea, but I transformed early again. You know, sometimes I just finish early.
Yeah, you know what? Fine. Sure. I'll just go on my nap break, and you just let me know when you need the brain back, okay?
Okay, but we still haven't quite figured out how we're going to infiltrate the hearts and the minds of the people. Because I was reading Evita and the libretto, and they said that's how you.
Who's ready to cook some trash?
Whoa!
I am so sorry. I think I might have the wrong meeting.
Who are you? Because I mix you guys up. Are you Paula Dean? Are you the other one? The Martha Stewart? What's your name?
My name is Rachel. I have several products that you can buy at Target. They're all trash.
Whoa, hold on. I got an ex named Rachel. I don't need you seeing my other form.
Oh my God, Pinky, is that you?
Hold on. I gotta go.
Okay.
Hey! And that is the meeting of all of the super villains getting interrupted by Rachel Ray. We're going to rotate and do it all again. So I need another reason for another Zoom meeting. Somebody tell me like another reason that you might be on a Zoom meeting. It can even be like really boring, like you're on for like a work thing, anything you like, but drop it in the chat. Oh, I love that one. I'm gonna go with therapy. Two people are one person maybe is a therapist, or maybe two people are waiting for a meeting. Who knows? But now we need to know who's gonna Zoom bomb this therapy session. Drop that in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Oh wow, we got check this right. Okay. So we're gonna say okay. So we have 2 votes from the same Dan Baker. Good job, Dan Baker. Guy, you know what? It's not gonna be Guy Fieri. Whatever this typo is that I love, Guy Fire Airy. That's who's gonna Zoom bomb this meeting. So here we are having therapy, and Guy Fire Airy is gonna Zoom bomb at some point. Take it away.
So I really appreciate that you came to this, therapy session for your marital problems. Usually we have the partner attend as well.
Yeah. There's definitely another partner involved here. So.
Okay. And that's the one that's been cheating.
Yeah. She's So my wife's name is Sam. Let's say my wife's name is Sam, and I imagine she's been cheating on me for a while.
Okay, so we don't often work with like imaginary partners.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I can make an exception considering your mental state is very fragile.
Yeah, and I have a ton of money, so.
Okay. So you and Sam have been having some issues after you
Let's say.
right after your honeymoon. It all started.
Right. As I mentioned last week, we had a honeymoon, and things were great at the honeymoon. We went to a luau, and then she started paying attention to one of the hula girls, which I was like, "Hey, we're on our honeymoon, and like, pay attention to me, right?" It's like even somebody that I imagine is like cheating on me. Like I can't even like imagine somebody would want to stay with me.
Completely inappropriate. Yeah, inappropriate behavior.
That's what I told her. Yeah, that's what I said. I said, "You're being inappropriate right now."
It's me, and you called me, and here I am. Hey!
Dr. Farnsworth, I actually
It's me, the guy Fiery. Dreams come true, baby.
This week I met this guy in Times Square, and I paid him like $1,600 to come here.
No, that's not the real Guy Fieri. First of all, if you met him in Times Square, he owes me royalties.
Is he part of your relationship? I'm very confused.
Yeah, so I'd like for him to be part of my relationship with my wife, Sam.
This isn't Christine's next bachelorette party.
Oh, no, sorry.
No.
Sorry, I'm in.
Shit.
And that's therapy on Zoom, everybody. Oh boy. The last time that somebody walked in on me like that was an actual therapy session, but that's a conversation for another day. Before we move on and go to our last scene, I am also a shameless hawker. So I want to point to your attention, and I'm pointing this way because the screen is over there in my setup. Christina's Improv 101 class. If you are brand new to improv, if you're coming to us as a stand-up, this is a great way to expand some of your experiences with comedy. Those are Tuesdays, 6:30 to 8:30, starting on January 19th. Shameless plug number 2. Here's Micah's class. If you are one of those artsy fartsy fancy people that you need to learn a little bit more, dig a little deeper, Micah's class starts on Thursdays, 7 to 9, starting January 21st. You can check out both of those at offmycomedyschool.com. We got one last scene. This time, Christina is going to be our Zoom bomber. So here we go, back to the scene. Blow up the chat again, friends. What I need to know this time, tell me what that third Zoom meeting that's going to get bombed is. What is that third Zoom meeting? Yeah. Could be anything. Could be a... Dan, you were just swinging for the fences. Cooking class, jury duty. Planning an intervention, cult leader meeting, planning a surprise party. There's just a theme that all of y'all just really love. So I am going to... You know what? You know what, Amethyst? You are crushing it too. I am going to take funeral. Thank you very much. This is a Zoom funeral. I've done one. It's a really weird experience. Anyway, so somebody else tell me who is going to Zoom bomb this Zoom funeral. Oh, wow. Alan is on a wrestler kick. We got Bill Nye, Bob Ross, the dead person, Benedict Cumberbatch, Pee Wee Herman, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris. You know what? At the risk of Charles, I love you, but I don't want to be too much on the nose. So the person who's gonna Zoom bomb this funeral is it's gonna be Batman. Batman is gonna Zoom bomb this funeral and take it away.
We've known the deceased for couple of decades.
We were together for 4 minutes when he passed on top of me.
Right. And I was making a video, and unfortunately, he died mid-coitus.
You need to see the video because we were zooming when it happened. So I have it here. I can share the file.
Yeah, I don't think that's totally necessary at a funeral, Gladys.
It was beautiful. It is how he wanted us to remember him.
It is a pending legal investigation, too. I think we should probably just let the police do their thing right now, okay?
Well, they told me to snatch his soul, so that's what I did.
Gladys, you're incriminating yourself right now. Can we just honor the deceased and then perhaps never see these people again?
You're right. I'll be quiet.
I've known Ron for a couple of.
There's someone called Batman Bruce Wayne.
Oh, you sound just like him.
Excuse me, I'm no slut. I'm your neighborhood Batman.
Yeah. Sorry. Are you sick?
No. I just got some.
There seems to be a lot of crusties underneath that mask right now.
I love someone who can find joy in sorrow.
I swallowed a cookie on the job.
Well, I'm sorry. What job were you on?
I was saving an old lady from crossing the river.
Yeah, little old ladies shouldn't be. All right. Well, anyways, I knew Ron Jeremy for a couple decades. He's a really fun guy to work with, and I'm just going to leave Batman and Gladys to finish up this eulogy. Thanks a lot for having me.
Batman, do you know the song WAP?
You're damn right I do.
That is Batman Zoom bombing. Oh my God, that is Batman Zoom bombing a funeral. Everybody, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, we have been Off Mic Improv. Jay Ellis, Christina Anthony, Micah Sherman. I am your improv czar and technology fiend, Dr. Pauly. Thank you so much for having us. Dan Vitrano, it is back over to you.
Woo! Oh my God, keep it going for that improv. Definitely the best improv all quarantine and maybe even before some of that. I loved everything. I am definitely going to get tattooed, maybe on my forehead. I'm not a slut. I'm just your neighborhood Batman. I wish that was my yearbook quote. I really do. Can I go back? Let me go back to high school. All right. Wow. Awesome. We've got so much more show for you coming up. I will say, so now that we're moving back to stand-up, I would encourage you to take your video off, turn it on, and also unmute yourself. You know, I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to see you guys. We'd love to see more of you. So if you're comfortable turning your cameras on, whether you're okay, we all know I'm going to talk about whale oil. I don't know, but I'm looking and I don't see whale oil. I think I scared him away. I was told in a private message that I wasn't saying his name quickly enough. You're just as confused as I am, but apparently it's supposed to be said in an Irish accent. I don't know what's happening. I don't know where that person went, but if you're still here, you feel like turning your camera on and going off mute so we can hear all your wonderful laughs, see your beautiful faces, that would be great. And without further ado, I'm going to bring up a performer that I'm very excited to bring to the virtual stage. I met her virtually this year, and truly one of the best people that I've met this year. She's so funny, even over Zoom when it's hard to be funny. She just kills it every time. She has been in the Silk Road International Comedy Festival, the New York Underground Comedy Festival, and Flappers Soup or Bowl winner. She's doing this awesome workshop that you see here, Cut It Up workshop, which is going to teach you to trim the fat off of your jokes and really just be clear and concise, which is so, so important in joke writing. So please make some noise, show some love for Erica Switzer!
About that last scene. If an old man dies during sex, is it safe to assume he came and went?
Yes.
I'm not dressed up today like I usually am. I feel like I look like the bass player for a lesbian heavy metal band called Metal Lock Her Lips. I didn't do much to my hair. I feel like Whoopi Goldberg if you bought her on wish.com. And to that I have to say, ladies, if he's seen you once without makeup and didn't run away, you're dating. Twice? That's your boyfriend. And bonus points if he made it come off. Let's see, it's the end of the year. I made a New Year's resolution already to stop talking to negative people. I haven't talked to myself in T-minus 6 days. The size of your social network is related to your brain's size. So stop hanging around small-minded people. I accidentally Googled size of Brian's for that one. You don't want to know what I saw. If you watch videos of two teenage bears getting intimate, is it barely legal? Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I know we have an Australian around. Huang He is here. Quick question. Is diet Vegemite called Vegemite not? I should have canceled my dance lessons after I stubbed my pinky. After all, it takes toe to tango. If you raise a child and then a paternity test says you're not the father, are you a faux pas? Last one. My ex proved nice guys don't finish last. Usually took him 10 seconds. America Switzer, those are my jokes, guys.
Erica, and Erica, as I understand, in the vein of your workshop coming up, you have some concision tips for us.
I do have a few concision tips. Dr. Pauly, can we start my slideshow, please?
Yep, here we go.
Thank you. Those of you who know me know that I recently returned back to the States from Shanghai, China about 5 months ago. And when I was over in China, I was teaching English and I was doing Toastmasters. So I was doing public speaking and I was also doing comedy full time, pretty much just nonstop. 3.5 years of grinding. So here's a photo of me in the before times and 2018 on the Kung Fu comedy stage in Shanghai. I eat it, breathe it, sleep with it, live with it, and drive my boyfriend crazy with it. It's I'm very committed to writing and have been since I was about 8 years old. And just like Latif said earlier, it took a divorce and me deciding to press the reset button on my life to go be fully committed. So I'm very excited for this workshop, very excited to help fellow comedians get quicker to the punch and really serve up some incredible work. Next slide, please. So we're all familiar with 3 easy joke forms, right? I don't want to say that I'm going to have folks just grinding out for 3 hours, just doing rote memorization or doing, fill in the blanks, but we are going to have a lot of fun with structure and things. Next slide. Set up punch, as Jake went over. Easiest thing, classic. When we look at basic building blocks for language, right? Your setup punch is the same as a sentence. But how concise can you make that sentence? Can you make somebody laugh quickly? So I used Henny Youngman's "Take My Wife, Please" joke. Classic, 4 words, get you laughing. And whether you interpret that please as a good or a bad thing, that surprise is there. Next slide. One-liners. Hit me again. I decided to sell my Hoover. Well, it was just collecting dust. One of my favorite one-liners from a winner of the Edinburgh Festival in 2014. And I feel like, as we've mentioned before, you don't necessarily need to have a tight set chock full of one-liners, but it can bring you closer to getting some really tight writing and delivering some really nice punches steadily. Think about being like Tyson, right? Put a little weight behind them punches. That's what we're doing here when we're expanding our one-liner a little bit. Next slide, please. Observational humor, something we do well at Off Mic Comedy School, especially as you've seen tonight. That's something I like to help people dig deep into. This is one of my favorite Jerry Seinfeld jokes. And I do have it broken down to where you can clearly see the setup, the premise, the punch, and I want to help bring folks to that. There is no fat on this joke. No wasted words, no overused function words, no prepositions that don't need to be there. I want to help people get to writing tight and clear that way using word economy and concision. Next slide. I hit this stage. I'm going to tell you, I do cheat a little bit. In 2013, I started writing hashtag jokes on Twitter and developed a bit of a following. I'd always kicked around that old can of, I'm going to get on stage soon. I'm going to take this right and I'm going to get on stage. And I never did until I got to Shanghai. So this is one of the very first jokes I did in 2017, trying to win over an international audience full of local Shanghainese people, Chinese people, people from the UK, France, Germany, all over the place. How can I, a Black woman from Chicago, speaking American English, make these people laugh? Well, it was down to getting to fundamentals. So I stood on stage. I was fortunate enough to be there for Halloween with a turban on. And the very first line out of my mouth is, I'm American singer Erykah Badu. In China, I'm Erykah Baidu, like their search engine. And if these jokes don't land tonight, I'll be Erykah, but don't. I'd like to go ahead and help people reinforce those fundamentals and come up with some top-notch material. So that's my time. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for what 2021 will bring.
Yes. Keep it going for
Woo! Yeah.
Erykah Baidu. I love that. I've never heard of that search engine. I'm gonna have to Google it.
You can't do it over there.
Not do it over there. That's right. Absolutely. So again, Erykah has a great workshop coming up about concision. So even if you've been doing comedy for years, it always helps to be able to trim out the fat and cut it down. So absolutely take Erykah's class. She's hilarious. We're going to move right into another oh yeah, well, here's the visual. So let's get going. In an afternoon workshop, students will craft one-liners, puns, tags, and the like to create the basis. Why am I doing a transatlantic accent? I decided because I needed to go into transatlantic accent and I'm regretting it. Students will also trim the excess from existing and new and old jokes. So you can bring your old jokes and you can, Erykah will help trim them down so they're tight. And just like that Jerry Seinfeld joke, which is a joke that I really love as well. I know that one. And so, yeah, so I'm very excited for that. Sign up for it. It's coming up January 16th. And now, without further ado, you know him from the New York Comedy, Underground Comedy Festival, the one that is below the subterranean, below level New York Underground Comedy Festival, and also the Breakout So please make some noise, show some love, clap and snap for Johnny Michael.
Woo, yeah, Johnny.
Hey, what's up? I'm Johnny. Somebody told me I have a big vocabulary because I used the word presidential, and I was like, really? In an election year? Let me tell you some adult shit I did this week. I took a cooler and I filled it with 2 bags of ice. And I'm not done. I scooped an external hard drive shaped hole out of the ice, and then I put my ailing, overheating external hard drive in a plastic bag, which I then put in the hard drive shaped hole in the ice. And I led the wires out of the edge of the cooler and closed the lid to begin the final data transfer. Tech support won't tell you about this stuff, but I'm a resourceful adult. If only I could dig out enough ice to fill the external hard drive shaped hole in my heart. Sometimes when it's dark and I can't tell which cat climbed in the bed, I just sing, "Who can it be, Mal?" I know a lot about political optics. That's why I think it's sad what happened to RGB. Without her, our photos will all be in grayscale. So late at night in my alone place, I watched episode of Monk. And Monk is great, except that he has autism, not OCD, and no one has a photographic memory. Except for all that, I love Monk. They had a great fitting instrumental theme song that they got rid of in season 2 because Randy Newman liked the show and offered to do a song. So now the opening sounds like the guy from Schoolhouse Rock explaining pronouns, except it's not informative. He just goes, "It's a jungle out there." And I think any TV show could open with that, right? Like new Babar cartoon, "It's a jungle out there." New reality competition, "It's a jungle out there." Newest, darkest season of Law & Order SVU ever. "It's a jungle out there." How can white people win Emmy Songwriting Awards for imitating Ray Charles? "It's a jungle out there." As the vaccine becomes more available, I think we're going to need profile badges to show us who's vaccinated and who isn't. And what I think those badges should say is fuckable. A lot of things happen when you're gay. The other day, my friend told me that I'm a bottomless pit, and I had to explain to him that even a canyon has a floor. And then to make sure he understood, I just started quoting Wikipedia. The valley is accessible by foot, muleback, or by boat or raft from upriver. Hiking down to the river and back up to the rim in one day is discouraged by park officials because of the distance, steep and rocky trails, change in elevation, and danger of heat exhaustion from the much higher temperatures at the bottom. Rescues are required annually of unsuccessful rim to river to rim travelers. Nevertheless, hundreds of fit and experienced hikers complete the trip every year. That's my time. Thank you. I'm Johnny. Nice to spend a little time with you.
Give it up for Johnny Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, that was wonderful. That was great. We're going to move it right along. We have another stand-up set for you. Yet another stand-up set. I know this show just keeps giving and giving. And you know, you're never getting sick of me, right? That's never going to happen. No, without ado, I need to stop saying that. Your next comedian coming to the stage, she is, let's see, she was a student of Che's Stand-Up 101 special. We're going to see Che Guerrero's new stand-up special at the end of this show, but she was a student of Che's Stand-Up 101 class, which will be happening again. So please give it up for Gianna Liebestar.
Hi everyone. So the hyphen was in the wrong place. That's a new thing for me. It's my name is actually pronounced Jonna. I don't want Dan to feel bad. No, it is not your fault at all. Absolutely no one has ever gotten it right on the first try. Just don't be like that one person who tried to correct me on how to pronounce my name. So like I introduced myself once and this person was like, "Oh, how do you spell that?" And so I spelled it and they were like, "Oh, you mean Gianna?" I just really want to know what outcome they expected from that interaction. Was I going to be like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. I've been pronouncing my name wrong for the past 26 years." I'm also a very non-confrontational person though, so I'm new to correcting people on my name. I didn't really do it until my college professor called me Gina.
Oh.
Yeah, some of you didn't quite make the connection, but Gina sounds a lot like vagina. And I let him call me that for 2 weeks because I was too afraid to tell him. That's not my name. Speaking of Ginas, I recently had my annual gynecological visit. And that was a nice, fun reminder that I'm single because as she was checking out my otherwise unused IUD, she asked me if I was sexually active, and my response was to hysterically laugh for the next 2 minutes. I am relieved, though, with COVID and everything. It is a great excuse for being single. So now when I talk to people, they're like, how's dating going? I'm sure like it's really hard with coronavirus and everything. And I'm like, yes, that is why I'm single. That's why I'm struggling. It's much easier like that. But like Cassandra was talking about earlier, I also have spent a lot of time on dating apps, and they'll kind of reveal to you how basic you are, among other things. Like the time I was asked out by a doctor and I said yes without knowing any other information on him. And I was so excited for the date too. I remember I was talking to my friends before I went and they were like, what's his name? And I was like, he's a doctor. What is he? Where's he from? He's a doctor. How tall is he? He's a doctor. But the date was very disappointing, and because he was really boring, because he's a doctor. So I had to pronounce the dream dead at the scene at that bar in August 2019 at about 10 p.m. Cause of death was extreme boredom. Dating apps will also kind of warp your perception on reality after a while. So there was one time I remember I was out and I lock eyes with a guy from across the room as he starts to approach me. And I just held up my finger and swiped left. Now, the craziest part about that is he understood it's now a universal thing. He held up his hand and he went like this. All right, that's it from me, everybody.
Yeah. Gianna.
Get out of here, Walter.
Great job, Gina. That was that was fun. I loved it. So, if you like Jana's set, keep in mind she was a student of Che Guerrero's 101 class. We will be seeing more of Che later, even though he is spotlighted on my video right now. So I'm seeing.
I'm laying down like this on my bedside. I didn't know that was happening. What up?
For some reason, I'm just getting of Che and no one else. Okay, this is fun. No, wait. I don't want to look at myself. Go back to Che. I feel like I've abandoned my co-host, Sam. Sam, how are you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm here. I feel alive. Can you hear me? Anytime I'm not on camera, I'm just doing a lot of drugs. So I'm doing.
I just wanted to make sure that you're comfortable just doing drugs and not really co-hosting.
That's when I feel the most comfortable. I also realized that doing comedy from home is awkward because I was sitting here eating pizza earlier. I was eating like a pie. Now I'm like snuggling with Grogu. Like life is weird.
Well, if you see Sam start to bring people up, just know that we've switched and I'm doing the drugs and she's doing the hosting. Great, awesome. Well, we're going to move on to somebody that I'm very excited to see and bring up. He and I have done tons of shows in Philly. He's a fellow Philly comic, and he's hilarious. He's teaching a really great class for youth right now. So if you have kids or if you just happen to know some young people, weirdo, know some kids, absolutely refer them to his class. He has performed at the Apollo Theater. He's been on the Q Show. So make some noise for Lamar Todd!
Hey, what's up, party people? Hi, what's going on? Hey, man, yeah, you guys look lovely. Give it up for this laptop that I looted. Won't be able to do it without you, laptop. We took what we can get. We just taking. I don't even like this type of laptop. It's a Dell, but damn it, I took it. Yeah, man, we just taking what we can get, man. Like in the drugstores, you know what I mean? Like we went in there for vitamins, but we came out with vitamins. Came out with shit that we really needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, now we. Now I gotta go sell this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm out in the corner like, yo, I got that vitamin and I got them vitamins. I got them Xannies and I got that zinc. It's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard. Nah, man, I don't steal. I teach. But other people do steal. They looted the fireworks store apparently. Philly was on fire this year, y'all. Y'all see that? Every day it was like fireworks from June to whatever to like today. I think they got like 4 last firecrackers left, but it was going off like not your usual fireworks. I'm talking centennial fireworks. Shit you let out once a year was going out on 52nd Street, right out on the block. Regular people was doing this, and it was crazy because the same guys that sell weed was out there selling fireworks. They out there like, hey, I got that loud, and I got that loud. You gotta watch it. I knew one dude was selling fireworks because he had a mask on that said kaboom. Oh man, this has been fun this year, man. Philly, yeah, fantastic. Y'all blew up like 51 ATMs in one weekend. 51 ATM machines. Oh my God. Genius, Philly. I never would have thought you could take dynamite, put it to an ATM machine, blow the shit up and get money. Who would have thought, Philly? Genius. Genius. And one dude died. He blew up and died. Kaboom. Look. I said I wanted to blow up and get this money, but not like that. Not like that. It was. Oh, maybe he rests in pieces. Y'all all sensitive. Thought this was comedy. Yeah, man. So I'm a teacher. I am a teacher outside of this comedy off mic thing. I teach at a public school in Chester, Pennsylvania. And I've been doing that for the past 6 years. And them kids dumb as shit. It's me. I'm the problem. I'm the teacher. Like, I was a comedian first, and they was like, yo, you want to teach the kids? I was like, all right, cool. I got you. That was a hiring process. That's how it went down. But I believe that the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Except you can't let all of them lead the way. Like dumbass Daryl. Like I put up on the board something easy for the kids. I put up there, what do you want to be when you grow up? Real simple, right? What do you want to be when you grow up? I had dumb Daryl put on his paper. When I grow up, that's what I said. I want to be a rapper. Like you want to be a rapper, that's fine, no problem with that. But that wasn't the problem. The problem was he misspelled rapper by 1 P. Yeah, he wrote raper on the paper. Was showing everybody the shit in the hallway like it was cute. It was like, hey, I'm gonna be the greatest raper alive. He got a free Weinstein t-shirt on. It was crazy, man. I can't be the, other teachers, y'all can relate. I mean, not for the comedy class, but other teachers, they know. Like, oh, it's like, hate them kids, man. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I love them, but God, man, you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad, like, everything is on Zoom now. Just don't gotta smell them in person. Yeah, seriously, like the kids, they just got older that I can't really discuss because I got 30 seconds left. But thank you guys very much for your time. We got an awesome class coming up with Teen Comedy 101. I've been teaching comedy for about 6 years. Just started teaching my own classes about 3 years ago. Been working with teens from 12 to about 18. And been doing really well. Got some kids through some auditions, got them to really craft their own set, actually get paid. But the main goal is just to get these kids to be able to speak from their heart and to tell their own story and find their own perspective. Here's an example. Is that ready? On good?
Yep, here it comes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, here's an example of us just finding comparisons in a simple subject, which is school. And the subject was I had some kids over in Detroit we did a workshop with, and we were just trying to find out why is school like a prison. I'm like this here. Why is school like a prison?
That's easy.
Wait. Don't answer it right now. Don't answer it right now. I want y'all to take time out. I'm gonna give y'all about two minutes. 2 minutes it should take you. And just think about it. If you can, write it down. And I don't know if you have pen and paper around, or if you could put it inside your notes on your computer or on your phone, or just think about it. So take 2 minutes out. Why is school like a prison? All right. We should all be done right. Came up with a good idea. I know some of y'all, as soon as I asked the question, y'all had it right there. It said school is like a prison because this, and that. So, oh man, all I need is one reason. So we're going to go around the room right now. We're going to pass the mic. We're going to pass that microphone around. I'm going to start right now. I'm going to tell you why school is like a prison. Because of the food. Huh? You ever had them burgers? I don't know the burgers at y'all school, but at our school, it has no juice in the burger. It's just like
you ever had that little watered down taco meat?
Oh, what you talking about, girlfriend? I don't know what it's made of. It's not bread. It's not meat. I don't know. It's mysterious. That's what it is. All right, now, that's what I got a problem with school. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pass this thing off to my homegirl over here. Her name is Maya. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Maya. Maya, why school like a prison?
When you first walk in, they be like, go straight to your class. Like, that's like you telling me to go to my prison, my thing. Like, don't do me.
Yes.
Go to your cell. And they don't even call you by your name. They be like, student.
And
like,
go to
inmate.
yourself.
Yeah, so I try to put in a lot of energy. Me working with kids every day, I know that they're tired of being on Zoom. They're on it all the time. It's not like adults that, oh my gosh, it's kind of, it can be like another class. And I don't want it to be like another class. I want it to be an escape for them so they can actually have some fun while they learn. And the main goal is for them to find subjects that adults can also relate to as well. And so they can kind of come out of their kid zone and find out what makes adults laugh. And sorry, I had some wine and some weed earlier. What makes an adult laugh? I can't say it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can teach it, but yeah. So they're coming into an adult world, and adults kind of coming into their world and understanding their perspective. Because kids, they don't find anything funny other than duty and people falling down on the ground. So, so my goal is to try to show them the irony of being a kid and how funny that is.
Yes! More time! He knows what makes adults laugh. I can say. Highly recommend taking Lamar's class if you have a 12 to 17-year-old. Obviously, as you can see, he's great with kids. You know, I'm considering taking the class because I'm 17 years old. So that's, why is everyone laughing? What's funny? All right. All right. What? Because my hairline's in a full recession? Who cares? So yes, absolutely. Of course, that, like all of the classes, you can go to offmicomedyschool.com and sign up and get involved, get that comedy train going. Sometimes I start talking and I'm like, how is this sentence going to end? Your next one coming to the stage is just wonderful. She took my crowd work class from Australia. She is on the other side of the world and she can still crack us up every time she's on the screen. She's been in the Charm City Comedy Festival, the DAF Comedy Festival, the Raw Comedy Festival Victoria State finalist, and the Melbourne, I believe I'm saying it correct, Melbourne Fringe Festival. That was the worst Australian accent anyone's ever done. And I should not be allowed to go to Australia because of that. Anyway, please give it up, make some noise for Ha Huan!
So much for having me. I'm from the future. Yay! It is yeah, a little bit over 12 now. I'm so happy to be here and thank you for having me. For those of you who don't know me, as you can tell from my outfit, from your camera, that I was made in China, actually. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything this year, everyone. Sorry for too soon. To be honest, like I spent past 10 months in lockdown. Like I think I pay my due, you know? Like fucking so isolated. Like it feels like my childhood all over again. Like just the mathematics assignment, which is happy me. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is He, spelled as He. Whenever I introduce myself, people get confused. One time I went to the pub with my girlfriends and this very cute guy, he came up to me. He was like, "Hi miss, what's your name?" And I told him my name is He. And I was like, "Huh?" And I told him my name is He. And he was like, "Nice to meet you, Ho." I was like, "What?" I am not a hoe, you know. That's my cousin. And as a matter of fact, ho for Christmas. Anyway, I have been watching a lot of films during lockdown. It's like most time I watch horror films. I'm not sure whether you guys watch all those like, you know, horrors. And, you know, when I was a kid, I was really scared of ghosts. But now as adults, I was like, ghosts are not as scary, remotely as scary as my bank accounts, you know? Like those numbers, you know, and I maintain it. But I observe some of the films. I watch too much, and I feel like it's interesting that for American ghost movies, I don't know, somehow like all those ghosts in the films, they just like electricity. I don't know why. Like maybe they're traumatized when they're baby ghosts, so they just keep tweaking about the electricity and everything. And then the infrastructure in those movies are shady. Like what the happened to the house? Why everything is so freaky and squeaky? And while Japanese horror movies, every ghost are pale as fuck. Like they are skinny, long hair, and always crawling. I was like, Japanese people really like exercise a lot. Even their ghosts, always moving, crawling, scared the shit out of me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for having me.
That was great. Give it up for Ho!
Thank you for having me. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. I don't know what holidays you're going through because you're from the future. So tell us what it's like. Anyway, I imagine everything is chrome in Australia. It's the future.
Summer.
hell yeah, that does sound like the future. This is a very mildly futuristic movie. Anyway, we have another comic who's so funny coming to the stage. I love doing virtual shows because I can tell when somebody's parents or relatives are here. And so he definitely has relatives watching. I see that because I read all the names. So yeah, that's fun. You know, he's been on Comcast On Demand. Please give it up for Alan Pickett.
Thank you guys, thank you. So earlier this year, I decided I wanted to straighten my teeth. So I got this palatal expansion surgery, and since then I've had braces and this temporary gap in my teeth that's still in the process of closing. And honestly, it did make me a little self-conscious and very pro-mask. Ugh, I was on board already, but way to steal the deal on that one. I felt weird, and I even took a short break from comedy because I just didn't feel comfortable putting myself out there. People totally didn't get it either. They were like, well, why don't you put it in your act? Why don't you put it in your act? Like, why don't you put it in my act? Write the joke for me if you're so invested. So special thanks to my orthodontist, Dr. Stern, for writing that joke for me. Man followed through. What can I say? Thanks, Doc. It happens all the time, though. When you're a comedian, obviously people don't have the same empathy. It happens with anything. Wow, you got both your legs chopped off by a helicopter blade? Well, I guess you'll get some pretty good material out of that. I'm laughing already. I'd be like, fuck you, we're shoulders up now. That wouldn't even work. Have to tilt the camera down, not worth it. A lot of people tell me I need Jesus, but they're wrong, because I ain't need no man. And honestly, when it comes to religion, I believe that God is love, because they're both not real. Guys, I know that joke brings up a bit of a sensitive issue, so let's talk about suicide. Might as well. I'm not gonna lie, my life isn't perfect. Sometimes I do think about killing myself. But when I think about killing myself, I think about my family. And when I think about my family, I think I should kill them first. But I don't, because they come to my comedy shows. Hi, Marilyn Paul. How you doing? I was gonna do that too, and I feel like Dan kind of. It's okay, Dan. Thanks for having me. It was fun. It's good to be here. People are always asking me if I'm Jewish. I hate it. It's so fucking annoying. I mean, I am. But you shouldn't assume. It's not nice. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm proud to be Jewish, but if you think about it, asking someone if they're Jewish is a lot like asking a woman if she's pregnant. Because there's nothing wrong with being Jewish or with being pregnant, but there's also no flattering reason for someone to think you're either one. In fact, I think it's a little worse. I think it's a little worse to ask someone if they're Jewish than to ask a woman if she's pregnant, because at least asking a woman if she's pregnant, it's always in a really friendly tone. You know, it's like, oh, are you pregnant? Oh. Whereas with Jews, it's like an accusation. Are you Jewish? The reason for that, though, is Jews have no positive stereotypes. They're pretty much all negative. Even the most complimentary stereotype always followed by an insult. Yeah, you know, those Jews, they all have a lot of money, and they're always so stingy with it. And that's not fair. You're never going to hear, yeah, you know, every black guy has a huge penis. And they all use them to control the media. Like, you're never going to hear that. Guys, Alan Pickett, you've been wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Go for Alan Pickett. One good stereotype about Jewish people: good at comedy. That's the one I like to hang on to. We get a lot of bad ones, you're right, but hey, we have wit. I'll take it.
You know.
Awesome, great, good job. I'm glad that you did that joke. Are those your parents in the crowd, or?
Yeah.
That's amazing. My parents refuse to watch my comedy. That's so fun.
I love they use both their names too. I appreciate that, guys. That's represent.
I know. we just get like Bob's iPad, and it's like we don't know who that is, but they first and last name.
That's what happened with my friend James, actually.
James iPad.
That's all my people. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Yet another another stand-up comic for you. Shit's going down. Somebody's coughing into the microphone. I hope just a good luck for this next set. It's our community manager for the Philly region. I think, is that your title?
Yeah.
Am I getting this right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Another person I'm so glad I met this year, virtually even, but hope to do shows in person in the future. So funny. Also, he's done New York Underground Comedy Festival, host and producer of the charity show The Breakout. Give it up for Sam Banster.
Good to see everyone. Good to see everyone. I know a lot of people will probably see me do comedy for the first time, and I know what you're thinking to yourself. Sam looks like he calls everyone chief. And that's not entirely true. I also call people champ, pal, sport, bud, buddy, bro, brother, brah, boss, and buckaroo. So, if you think I give off real big chief energy now, I definitely gave off real big brah energy about 10 years ago. And it's mainly because I only wore boat shoes, which I think was a weird shoe choice for me because one, I've never been sailing, and two, I would definitely get motion sickness on the Staten Island ferry. So shouldn't really advertise that. Doing comedy is awesome. I always wanted to be a comedian back from when I was a teenager. When I was 16, and I made this known in my AOL screen name. And I don't know if anyone in the Zoom remembers what their AOL screen name was, but mine was Future Comic 16. I know. Presumptuous bastard. But I had a backup screen name in case that one didn't pan out, and that one's worked out really well for me too. Future Alcoholic 31, so fucking nailed it. They say follow your dreams, and that's what I've been trying to do is follow my dreams. Like I had a dream where I added the Rainbow Connection to my Spotify playlist. And then I woke up and I added the Rainbow Connection to my Spotify playlist. I followed my dream. I know what you're saying, Sam, that's a really easy dream. I know, but I have dreams that are harder to follow, like flying, not having panic attacks, or the ability to look a person in the eye during a conversation. So. Someone once asked me, Sam, what's your least favorite type of music? And I said, gospel music played in an Uber at 2 a.m. That's my least favorite. There's a saying, it's just like, to know someone is to love it. And I think that's a bad saying. A better one for me would be, to know me is to grocery shop with me, and to hate me is to also grocery shop with me. But I've actually found someone to grocery shop with me. I'm finally not single for the past couple months, and it's been great. I was single for so long. And when you're single in your 30s, you get used to doing a lot of things by yourself. You go to the bars by yourself, concerts by yourself, Disney World by yourself, Disneyland by yourself, swingers parties by yourself. And trying to explain to the host why Brittany's not there, but let's get started. Hi, my name's Sam Banster. Thanks for having me.
Oh my God! Yes, good job. Give it up for Sam Banster. So great. And you know what? Speaking of people who are community managers for Off Mic and do great work with Off Mic, we have another great Off Mic person doing a set right now. He is the producer at True Grit Comedy ever since 2018. He's a filmmaker at Knoxville Comedy Film Festival in 2019, and he also did the New York Comedy Festival 2020. I'm beginning to think every single person in the world did that because they bring up a lot of people with that credit. It was a big festival, and then I was not personally invited, so I'm offended. But please give it up for the very funny David Habo!
Yeah! Yeah! I'm coming to you from East Tennessee. I'm queer, I'm a comedian, and I'm in the South, so my pronouns are he, ha. I actually have an off-mic background. but it turned me green, and I didn't want to look like the Incredible Skulk. I love Banquet Pizza because it says microwave high 1 minute. Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston were going out. She wanted something casual, but he couldn't keep things low key. People tell me I look like an almond brother, but really I think I just look like a pecan. I got really sick twice this year, and I decided I'm getting an antibody test. I don't think I'm right for an uncle body. My town is the kind to say rest in peace and then put an interstate right next to the cemetery. That's sadder than funny. So a cat made me really sick one time. They knocked a bottle of sriracha off a shelf and it hit my head. Cat sriracha fever. Neighbors decided to trim their bushes yesterday. That means my days of naked cooking are over. And, I don't want them to know only one of us values trimmed bush. I only eat healthy when I think it'll benefit my comedy career. That's why I shop at Trader Joe's. If places where brew is brewed are called breweries, then will places where cannabis is canned be called canaries? I think that's very tweetable. I was searching Phil Collins lyrics the other day, and I accidentally typed in Phil Collins lyrica, and suddenly I didn't care anymore. I make electronica. My genre is difficult listening. I have this dream of creating a variety show that would have both electronica producers and comedians on there. I'd call it the Tonight Show. Okay, not everyone knows what Tonight is here. All right, give it time. Let's see. My nipples are named. The one on the left is kind of perky, so it's called the cat's nip. And the one on the right is smaller, so it's called Napoleon. I know I look like Millennial Duck Dynasty. I like to dress exotically, but lately I've been finding out that two sarongs don't make us right. I played Grand Theft Auto at friends' houses growing up. Now I just play Grand Theft Auto Immune at my home. My parents actually saw a set where I had told that joke and confronted me on Christmas Eve, asking me, okay, which friend's house were you playing Grand Theft Auto at? All right. Thank you, everybody.
Keep it going for David Hagel. Love David. Always has the best one-liners. Very jealous that he lives close to Dollywood, but that's a story for another time. Oh my God. So we just have a couple of things left. If you're still here, I want to say thank you so much for sticking with us. The big event that we're headlining with is going to be Che Guerrero's debut of his stand-up special at the end of this. So absolutely do not go anywhere. I know this is like a 4-hour show, but that special is something that is worth staying exactly where you are for. And there's more stuff happening before that even. Very excited to bring up the next people. They are the heart, the soul, the founders of Off Mic Comedy, and they're going to talk to you about producing and promoting a workshop that they're teaching. So give it up for Christine Olivas, Sam Cap, and
Yeah.
Oh.
We're back.
We're back. So Sam and I are gonna skip our sets because we're a little over time and you don't need to hear us because there's so many other amazing people, but we did want to give you a very, very quick preview of the workshop that we run one time per semester. We did it back in the fall. We're doing it again on January 24th. We already have 6 people enrolled and I think the max is 8, so we can make room for 2 more people. But yeah, it's all about producing and promoting an amazing, amazing comedy show that pays and gets folks in the room to stay just like this. So I'm going to go over the first few tips and then pass it to Sam very quickly and then Paul to talk about promotion and technology. So if we could go to the next slide, that would be amazing. Thank you. That's us. We're amazing. Next. Okay. So 9 months pandemic. We have produced a lot of shows and made a lot of money. We just put a few shows there. I think in total, something like 2,000, 2,100 attendees in our virtual shows. Hey, Jay.
We teach you how to mute people.
Yeah, that was fast, quick on the draw. Jay's also taking the workshop, so he'll learn about all this stuff when he gets there. But yeah, we have had over 2,000 attendees and have made over $12,000 on Zoom. So it can be done. You can make money from virtual shows. These are just a few shows that the 3 of us together have co-produced, not to mention the individual shows that we produced online and outdoors safely during quarantine. Next slide, please. Just some high-level takeaways and learnings. The name makes a big difference. Sam and I used to laugh at the beginning where people would always call the show like Comedy Under the Stars because it was outdoors, or a Zoom comedy show. And that might be okay for a week or two, but once we got past that, we realized we have to come up with a clever name, something that catches people's attention, that makes them go, what is that? So we've really, really like focused on the name and sort of the theme. We believe performers should get paid, and we think we can do it. Sam will share some tips on how to get folks there so you can actually pay people. Promotion is key. Production is what brings them back. So you can get them there with the promotion, but if the show is not streamlined and doesn't have a really smooth run of show, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes to make it as smooth as a show like this. So promotion brings them in, production brings them back. And we do love the extras, the musicians that we had earlier. We've had live DJs. We had a therapist on the show that Sam and I did that Dan headlined at. And we had a therapist talking to us about our routines or using decks like the ones we've used tonight. So the little extras make a big difference. And yeah, I'll turn it over to Sam to talk about a few promotion tips. Oh yeah, and shows take a lot of work, but they can be done. Next.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that I just always remind folks about is do not be afraid to promote yourself. Don't be afraid to post. A lot of people think that posting once a week is too much, and there's no such thing as posting too much. Although don't ask my friends and family that, they'd probably say otherwise. But yeah, don't be afraid to promote and use all of your different channels. Use your stories, use your timeline, use your Facebook, use your Instagram, go onto your Facebook groups that you're a part of and find your networks and promote if you're allowed in those groups. For example, I am a vegan. I live here in Philadelphia. I'm in a group called Philly Vegan Gal Pals, and I promote all of my shows to them and they totally love it. And a lot of the shows that have any sort of live shows that we do, I'll have vegan food and that'll get them to come out in droves. So those are just like a couple of ways that you're going to want to continue to promote, tag everyone, tag everything, and get all of your show folks in the show to promote to all of their channels and networks the same way that you are.
Awesome. Yeah. And Paul, we could go to the next slide. If you could take away one tip for promotion. Sorry, if you go back one, I jumped the gun too soon there, but if you go back one, the one thing that we would say, people are like, what is the one promotion tip? Invite people to the Facebook event. So posting it in comments is fine, but actually going into the event, clicking invite, and then inviting up to the max that Facebook allows will generate revenues, because that's where people get the reminders from Facebook. They will see the posts that you put, and Facebook will also auto remind them the day of and an hour before, just like many of the folks that arrived here today. So definitely invite people to the event. Next slide. I just wanted to highlight one thing here. We won't spend a lot of time on this piece, but I would say don't have the same lineup every time. One thing that I committed to from the very beginning when I started producing shows is to make sure that I had as many different comics as possible. And yes, there are folks that have been sort of in the rotation, but I think together, one stat I forgot to mention is we have booked over 400 unique comics in the last year. And that makes a big difference because it gets the audiences coming, it's fresh, things like that. Next, please. Run of show. This is something we go over in the workshop. We have a very detailed spreadsheet that has all the pronouns, has credits. That's what Dan's been using tonight. So we will go over that in the workshop as well. And then I will let Tech go over some of the tech best practices at a very high level. Next, please.
Yeah. So here's the thing with tech. It's kind of like making a Lego thing, but not having a plan beforehand and making it yourself from your own brain. There are millions of ways that you can make something look good, but making something look good and function well is about doing it in a way that fits for you. So these are my tips. Performers don't care about technical shit. Yeah, I sound checked out all of these folks for like 5 minutes with Christina, and we're all like, oh my God. And the performers are like, oh, it's great. Troubleshooting. Find your solutions calmly. Like all of that sort of like panicky bullshit that you see in like cartoons and in like the whole like duck quacking and like above water and like below water. Yeah, none of that. Like you gotta process calmly. How do I learn things? It's just like being like a really, really broke comic. Whenever someone asks me if I can do something, I say, of course I can. And then I figure out how to do it. And lastly, like, you know this stuff. You can figure this out. You are exactly as smart as you need to be in order to be able to produce the show of your dreams. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, sorry.
Woo!
Is there more? Okay. Is it open? Yes. All right. Keep it going for Christina Olivas, Polly Reese, and Sam Cap. All three of them absolutely know what they're doing. Just being behind the scenes of Off Mic and watching them be a tour de force in terms of social media and tech. Before the show started, Polly was testing the sound levels on on the Charles slapping his face to Christmas and was like, I think we're getting a bit, it was just amazing to watch. I was like, I can't believe I know so little about that stuff. So absolutely, if you are considering running shows, that is just such a small little snippet of what they know. Absolutely take that class. And you'll learn how to be a pro. We have 2 people left performing. We have comic doing a set, and then we have the big special that we've all been waiting for. I'm so excited. But before the special, we have a comedian. She was also, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the New York Underground Comedy Festival. But she was in that, the one that I did not receive a personal invitation to, so I'm writing on forever. She also opened for Jason Rouse, and she has a horror movie that she starred in. It's on Amazon Prime. I think it's called Kingdom of Var, or and it's definitely check that out. I'm very curious about that. But anyway, give it up for Vita Sikoska. Vita, where are you? I'm not a good singer.
Hey, thanks for having me. I believe in equality. I hate everybody. Every 9 seconds, a nurse goes into an emergency room. I think they just need to walk slower. I was in a walkathon and I got lost. And I won. I think the Pillsbury Doughboy is jealous of the Michelin Man because he gets a discount on tires and all he gets is poked. Before COVID, I used to carry mace. I mean, before, but now I just cough on people. So. There was one guy who got shot because he wasn't wearing a mask. Now I just paint one on myself. It's a lot more fun. I miss talking to people and lying to them, though I still lie to myself. I went to church. There was a huge crowd, though they had a mass arrest. Holy cow. I think I'm in love with my teddy bear, and we're gonna get married soon. It's gonna be the best. We'll get the best presents, flowers. Yeah. And nothing. I'm never get any flowers. That's why I'm hoping to have a car accident soon. Thanks. Thank you.
All right. Keep going, Vita. Keep going, Vita. Vita Secaucus. Oh, that was great. I love that flowers joke. Makes me think of the car accident. Awesome. Oh my God, we've made it to the main event. I mean, it's all been the main event, I guess, but the final thing, the thing that we should all be excited. Are you guys excited to see your headliner for the evening? Woo! Look, you guys don't sound super excited. I don't know what the fuck. I just put on a suit for this. We got full screen, but I'm wearing a goddamn suit. So please make some noise, show lots of love, clap and snap, and just freak the fuck out for one of my favorite people in Philly comedy and maybe the world. Just the wonderful, hilarious, talented. You've seen him on BET. You've seen him on, Helium, the Philly, whatever. Give it up for Che Guerrero.
Hey. Thank you. I know. Listen, I know this has ran long, and we're about to watch about a 27-minute and 50-second. You're welcome. You know exactly how much longer. Special. So I don't want to take up too much time at the beginning. All I want to say is, not to be cheesy, but seriously, thank you so much to Sam and Christine. First of all, for putting this whole school together and giving me a job to help me, feed my family and continue to pursue comedy. But also, when the pandemic hit and the world fell apart, all you had was your friends to help you out. And seriously, this project was all put together because of good friends who just believed in me and gave me stage time and recorded me. And then I presented it to these wonderful people and they were like, let's put it up as a special. So this whole thing has been only possible because of the good friends I have. So I want to tell you thank you. And I love you guys so much for helping me out so immensely this last year, seriously. And and I hope you guys like it. It's very personal, that's how my comedy is. And this year I've come out about a lot of things. My citizenship, not like other things, but anyways, or my lack of citizenship was very weird to come out like that. So, so this one was filled with a lot of personal strife. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And that's it. I just wanted you guys to thank you for watching and for being here tonight. I really, really do appreciate every single one of you for being here. So thank you.
Jay is so amazing and talented, and I cannot wait to see the special. I think let's just, as much as I love talking and hearing my voice, I think we should just go ahead and jump right in. Let's see the special. It's called Alive, right?
Alive during the pandemic.
Alive during the pandemic.
Give it up for your hero, or your headliner, Che Guerrero.
Hey, thank you guys for keep it going for the band. Come on, keep it going for them. I wanted to wait till I was on stage to take off my mask. It's like my most Joe Biden moment, you know? Just I took this serious back in 2020, not like that clown. Plus I'm on camera. I want my kids to know I took this serious, man. Thank you so much for having me. This is so exciting. This is actually my first performance since March 13. Like, that's crazy. So, we'll see. Just, we'll see. Nicole was talking about, like, as soon as you leave the house now, even with everything going on, you want to go, like, right back in. Like, how many people are in their 20s in here? How many people, like, in their 20s, right? Oh, a few. Like when it hit, were you guys, like, genuinely mad that your plans got canceled? Yeah? Yeah, I think us in our 30s, we were like, fuck that. I didn't hear everything shut down. I heard the pandemic was, hey, you got your wish. All that shit you didn't want to do with your girl, you're welcome. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. You know those 4 months of shitty friends that you don't like? You're welcome. No, for real, like I almost felt like I made the pandemic happen. Like, isn't that, because I was like, man, my girl likes to go out every weekend, spend mad money. God damn, if we could just stay home for a while, and then boom. Now I'm a billionaire, so I just do this for fun. I'm just doing comedy as leisure time. I'm in a yacht after this. Fuck the COVID. All right. That's weird, man. COVID's weird, man. Like, we have, like, you know what's weird? I have mad surgical mask in my pocket. Not one condom. Like, that's not the disease I thought in my 30s that was gonna take me out. Thought it was gonna be syphilis, but it's a respiratory disease. That's fucking weak. All right. That's some weak sauce. What's even crazier about having to wear a mask all the time is that I'm a nursing assistant. Like, I work in nursing homes during the COVID crisis. I got tested yesterday, so I am good, trust me. But I work with senior citizens, and I've worked with senior citizens since 2007. And from 2007 to 2020, I wore a mask twice. Like, twice. That's insane. Like, I go into a place where people got tuberculosis, and I'm like, what up? Nice day today. Nice day on the 3rd floor with that TB motherfucker behind that door. I like this. Like, I never wore a mask at a hospital. What? Now I wear that shit to pick up toilet paper. That's crazy how that changed my life. Oh my God, that's so crazy. I don't know. I work in nursing homes, and I'm a nursing assistant, so I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. And it was weird, man. Yeah, like, it's weird because I realized girls react differently when you tell them what you do at a hospital, like pre-pandemic and post-pandemic, you know? Because, like, pre-pandemic, if a girl sees you at a hospital or something, and, like, their innate reaction is different to your job. Like, if you're a doctor, right away they're like, oh. If you're a nurse, they're like, oh. If you're a nursing assistant, they're like, hey, what happened to your life? I'm like, a lot. I didn't go to college. That was pre-pandemic. Now, post-pandemic, a girl sees me at a hospital, she's like, I want to gag, I want to choke, I want you to touch that dingly thing that hit the back of my throat. And I'm like, ma'am, I don't do the COVID test. That's down the, I'm just a nurse's aide. That's, the doctor's down the hallway, you bitch. That was stupid. That's a new joke. All right. Oh my God, I missed this so much. I've been at home doing Zoom shows, go like, man, who need laughs? I do. I wasn't loved as a child. I forgot that. You forget that sometimes. You're not loved as a child. Dude, I work in hospitals, man. I work as a nurse's aide, and nursing assistants, we are at the bottom of the totem pole. Like, all we do is just clean ass. That's all we do. That's all we do. We just clean ass. and we take temperatures. That's what that's the same. You know what's sad? Like the thing is, like the only medical thing we do is take temperatures. Like that's it, right? But now because of the pandemic, everybody like wants to make you feel like everybody's part of the team. We're all in this together, right? So the fact that I only take temperatures, doctors, man, they ask for that shit every morning. They're very condescending. You know, they ask it like I'm a fucking third grader in my first ever school play. Every morning they're like, all right, team, let's get together. Mr. Johnson, he has a blood pressure of 110/80. His white blood count is 22. Does anybody know his temperature? That's when I come out with my little scrubs that look official, and I'm like, is it me? The temperature was 99.7. Oh, he's trying. He's so cute. Look at him. Oh my God, that's what I do. I'm a nurse's aide. I hate it there. I mean, I'm helping people. Like, I really am working with like people, but like, you know, still just cleaning ass. So it's just like, my supervisor, he's like, he sees me sometimes being like, damn, I can't believe like I'm back doing this, and you know, and he sees me miserable all the time at work, and he tried to call me in a couple days ago, and he was like, hey, look, Che, I know you look unhappy, but you gotta realize, like, you help save lives. In this emergency, you're saving lives. And I was like, no, I fucking don't. He was like, why do you say that? I was like, you know how I know I don't save lives? You guys ever watch like Grey's Anatomy or ER? Have you ever seen a scene where like a guy's having a heart attack and like the nurses run in with like the epinephrine and the doctors are like, clear! Yeah, there's never a scene where like a nurse's aide runs in with a towel and a bar of soap. And he stands behind Grey like, if he shits himself, I fucking got it, Grey. And she's like, don't worry, Francois, we got it, because he's Haitian. It's always Haitian. Just me and a bunch of Haitian women at that job. That's what, nurse's aide is nothing but me and 40 other Haitian women going like, boy, what happened to you? I'm in school now, all right? I'm in school now. Oh, and that's the only dude in a whole 5 floors. I'm the only male nurse's aide. I always get the worst fucking assignments. Worse. They'd be like, all right, we're gonna give an assignments today. We got a 70-year-old racist who shits himself all day. Che, that's all you, baby boy. That's all you. We also got a 22-year-old gymnast who broke her legs and need a full body wash. Claire, that's all you. What the fuck, y'all? What the fuck, y'all? We're all heroes out here, right? We all deserve a moment to shine. All right. Always giving me the worst jobs. I don't know. Do I have any more jokes about that? I'm looking at my notes. I forgot it's been 6 months. I'm sorry. Cut the tape. No, I'm just kidding. There's no tape. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. My next joke is about I have a girlfriend. What a shitty dude. All right. No, I have a girlfriend. We're doing great. We're about to make 6 years this November, which I'm so happy in. Yeah. During the pandemic, we've become like extra close, which is good, because sometimes those relationships like, ooh, okay. But we're good. We're good. My girlfriend, she's white. She's white, because, you know, keep your enemies close. I wrote that joke before the pandemic. I want to see how it worked after the pandemic and everything. We're talking about race for the next 10 minutes. Buckle up, motherfuckers. Yeah, my girlfriend, she's white, and I'm very proud of her. She finally condemned white supremacy. Yeah. Very proud of her. Very good. Very good. By that I mean she stopped talking to her parents. Very proud of her. Really. He watches like Alex Jones. Oh, you guys know, a lot of you guys know who Alex Jones is? Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, fuck that guy. Unfortunately, like, he's this conspiracy theorist who just spews the worst kind of hate. So I watch him all the time. But not like that. I watch because I know what the other side is saying about me. You know, you got to learn how they twist the truth, and you're like, that's how you lying about me. I see you. I see you. So I was watching Alex Jones once. I went on YouTube, and it was a video about immigration. And I'm an immigrant. I was undocumented until about 3 years ago, so I was like, oh, I should watch what Alex Jones and his crew think about immigrants. And I clicked on it, and Alex is taking phone calls, and this white guy called in. Now, the only reason I know this guy was white was because as soon as Alex said hello, the guy went, hey, I'm white. And that threw me the fuck off for a minute. Because I was like, wait a minute, is that how white people say hi to each other when they can't see each other? Is that how y'all get things done? When you call Verizon, like, hi, Verizon, hi, I'm white. I'm sorry, let me connect you to the CEO. I don't even know why you... Why you calling the nigga number? You Googled it, you stupid. Don't Google, that's the fake one. It's the fake one, you gotta ask another white person for the real one. Don't call this number, this is the fake one. So he goes, I'm white. And Alex goes, go on, brother. And he's talking about immigration. This dude is like, listen, Alex, I want to stop all immigration coming into this country, legal or illegal, because white people are becoming the minority, and one day we're gonna become extinct. All right, bye. And he just hung up on that. And that shocked me, because I've never even heard that kind of like, is that true? So I Googled it, right? I was like, I literally Googled, are white people gonna be gone one day? And I put a smiley face at the end so Google knew I wanted to see the positive searches. And it's true. White people are going extinct. But I found out. Sorry, it's your fault. I found out the number one reason why it's happening. The number one reason why it's happening is because white people are fucking people of color and having babies outside of your own race. Yeah, this is your fault. You're fucking yourselves out of existence. That's ridiculous, right? I think it's amazing. That's amazing. Like, as white people, you still win at the end. You're coming and going at the same time. Like, that's amazing. You're going through a sexual genocide. I like that. When I heard that, I thought to myself, like, yo, that's amazing. That's how we should fight all wars. Right? Like, all wars should be us trying to fuck our adversaries out of existence. Like, when I saw that, I was like, here's what I thought of. I thought of a great way to deal with all of our enemies. Like, here's a great way to deal with North Korea. Listen to this. We dropped 70,000 Puerto Ricans on them. What? Sounds crazy, but you know how fast those motherfuckers work? I mean, those dudes... That shit would be North Rico in 3 months. Just mad, have mixed babies, asking for freedom. Kim Jong-un's gonna start dating Jennifer Lopez. It's gonna be all right. That's gonna be a prosperous nation. Oh my God, it's fun. It's fun. I got about 15 more minutes. That's what else I got. Yo, people didn't like me this much when I talked about race. Thank God you guys are woke, because before people are like, why don't you talk more about Uber? Because I can't fucking afford it. All right, but racism, that shit's all day. My girlfriend is white, like I said, yeah. But my girlfriend, she's amazing, because like she doesn't have any white privilege, none. Because 80% of her body is covered in tattoos, and she has giant gauges in her ears. Yeah, that's crazy. And what I noticed being with her is that in this country, there are two things that conservatives don't trust. And that's people of color and white people who ruin the original hardware. They don't like that shit at all. They're like, man, we gave you a Maserati and you ruined it. Oh, you fucking dumbass. Seriously, I see it. Every time her and I walk into a department store and we split up, for those employees, it becomes like a real Sophie's choice on who to follow. They're just so confused. They're like, oh, the immigrant or the opioid epidemic? I don't know. All right. Lost you guys on that one. That's fun. While we're in quarantine, learn Spanish. Because I speak fluent Spanish. She's like, hey, you know what? While we're together so much time, I want to learn Spanish. I was like, I think that's a great thing. So a couple of months ago, we were like in our balcony outside, and she saw a duck, and she was like, hey, what do you say? How do you say duck in Spanish? And I was like, oh, it's pato. Which actually, pato is a derogatory term that we use to describe gay men. I don't like saying pato, you know. And she goes, oh, that sucks. And then we saw a bird, and she was like, how do you say bird in Spanish? And I was like, pájaro, which is also actually a derogatory term for gay men. And that's when I realized that in the Spanish culture, right, it's all about being machismo and masculine, that if anything flies, we're like gay. Like, that's just gay. That is so sad that we can't enjoy anything whimsical. We're like, faggot, like, no, mira ese bird. Like, what? Why? By that logic, I'm surprised Spanish dudes even take airplanes. Like, why do we do that? That's. I could just picture like every Spanish dude would just be anti-plane all the time. Like you call your dad, be like, "Papi, come visit me. Come get on a plane." And his dad like, "¿Qué? Espérate, you want me to get on a plane near clouds, putting nuts in my mouth? No. Mira, amigo. I don't know how San Francisco and the smoke has changed you. But I'm gonna fucking take a horse to you like a man. Bro, just take a plane. It's not gay to fly. Somebody said it is. It's pretty good. Oh my God. What else do I have? Oh yeah, but she does. I don't know if you guys are gonna like this one. Well, whatever. Let's see. What else I got? Oh yeah. All right, I got 10 minutes. You're welcome. Damn, I don't know where I want to go. We have. All right, I'll talk about this. We're actually in an open relationship, my girlfriend and I. Just chill up. Hold up, it's not that cool. We actually opened up our relationship 1 month before the pandemic hits. You know what's worse than opening up your relationship before a pandemic hits? That's like opening up your relationship before a pandemic hits. There's like nothing worse than that. You know what it's like for us to be like, hey, we can see other people, and the government's like, you can see no other people. And you're like, yo, what the fuck, governor? I just got it, governor. Fuck. Yeah, man. Right before the pandemic, she was crushing it. Oh my God, we opened up a relationship, and of course she was crushing it. She's a fucking girl. All right, as soon as she said, I'm kind of open, dicks were fucking flying from Australia. I'm like, holy shit. That's some long range cock. Like I fucking aimed and come. All right. She was crushing it. She was going on dates, and I was like, yeah, I thought I was, nah, man. When you open up a relationship as a dude, for me, it was just figuring out, like, how do I make myself feel like I'm worthy and I'm good, and it's just like justifying, like, no, I'm cool. So, you know, it's just like all about psyching yourself out, you know? Like, you go out with a dude who has abs, I'm like, fuck, I like bread, fuck that guy. I don't even need that shit. Talking about with a taller dude, I'm like, this step ladders, platform shoes, fuck that guy. The only time I got nervous was when she did go out with like a successful white dude. I was like, fuck, I can't do that. All right, well, that's shit. Oh, and he was a top shelf white dude too. Oh, I'm talking about blonde hair, blue eyes, 6'2", good school. I was like, ooh, I am fucked. You guys want to know something? That night she came home early. Yeah, she did. Yeah. She just looked at me. She's like, he was boring. And I was like, yeah, they be like that. I don't even know why you... Sorry, white dudes be like that. I don't know why you went out with Chad. She's like, yeah, he had the same stories. It was like he grew up in the same town, married his high school sweetheart, got divorced, had the same job for a long time. I'm like, I know that's so boring, right? Listen to Che's ghetto story. It was Brooklyn, 1996. Biggie just got shot. My mom's selling crack. I'm in the back of her Honda Civic. That's a fucking story, okay? That's just the tip of a story I have. Then Che. Yeah. It's a crazy year, man. It's actually the year I was supposed to become a U.S. citizen. That's crazy. Yeah, it's weird. I know, it's a weird clap. It's such a weird clap. It's such a weird, like, I'm gonna become a citizen. Like, you sure you don't want to wait till November 4th? I am. I put the deposit down, so I'm gonna see how it goes. I'll put a deposit down in America. I'm gonna see if I'll go through with it. I said, yeah, I just became a resident like about 3 years ago, a resident. And I was actually in this country undocumented for over 20 years. No social, no paperwork, nothing. You know, when you grow up like that, being deported, it is a real daily fear in your life. But the problem around my house was that my mom used that shit like it was the boogeyman. Just to get me to do whatever she wanted all the time. Isn't that horrible? Like, you shouldn't threaten your own babies with ice. Like, you shouldn't do that. And she was so Latina about it. She was so Dominican. She threatened me with ice all the time for any reason. Like, I'd be leaving the house, and she'd be like, hey, mira, take a sweater. And I'm like, I don't want a sweater. She's like, oh, you don't want a sweater? Let me tell you what's going to happen to you. Yo, and then she started with her, like, mom Spanish gore story. She's like, okay, mira, you're going to be outside. It's going to start getting cold, like 40, 35, right? You're going to start feeling sick. You're going to cough. you're gonna faint. Somebody's gonna come on one, somebody's gonna come, they're gonna see you on the floor, be like, ayuda, llama 911. They're gonna take you to a hospital. They're gonna ask you for your social security number. You don't have one. You're gonna get deported, that's all I'm saying. And then she hit me with my favorite line, which was this. She always goes, and don't call me when you get deported. Who the fuck am I gonna call, lady? You're the only person I know in this country. Like, that's bullshit. My mom was mean, man. My mom was the kind of person, like, she would always yell the same thing. Like, every time I something wrong, my mom would always yell this. Every time I something wrong, my mom would look at me right in the eyes, and she would say, as soon as you turn 18, you get the fuck out of this house. I cannot wait till you turn 18 so I can legally kick you the fuck out of this house. I don't know about you guys, but I was the most stressed out 6-year-old in the playground. Me and my friends would be in school, talking about what we're saving up our allowance for. My friends would be like, oh, we're saving up for video games. What are you saving up for, Che? I was like, an apartment. Shit's gonna get real when you turn 18, guys. It's not gonna be Pokemon cards forever. I don't know. My mom wanted me to know that 18 was the cutoff. To the point that every year my birthday, my mom would make me a cake. And on that cake, she put candles. But the candles never added up to how old I was. But they added up to how many years were left before she can legally kick me the fuck out of the house. Like that lady. All right, we got 2 minutes left. 5 minutes left. Sorry, messed up. I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? You guys seem like you're kind of fading a little bit. Everybody good? All right, so good. We got 5 minutes. Thank you. Seriously, I hate to be so cheesy, but thank you again. Can we clap it up for everybody putting this together? Hopefully, you know, we get to do this again because I missed you guys. Not you, but like the concept of you. You get it, right? Just I don't know. Something I started doing during COVID, it was like working out more, trying to get in shape. Started doing yoga. Anybody do yoga in here? Yeah? Yoga's I love doing yoga. I don't know if you guys know this, but yoga is like fucking amazing for the sex life. Yeah, right? Like it really boots up your, because like you guys like, I'm talking mostly like to the fellas here, right? Like have you ever been with your lady, right? And you're finally having one of those days where you're crushing it, like you're doing great, and they start going like, oh, right there, right? And you fucking freak out, because you know how sensitive like a girl's body is, that if you move like 1 inch to the left or 1 inch to the right, they're like, no, not there. And you're like, oh, fuck, what? So you start to feel like you're an antenna to your vagina where you want to get the reception back. You're like, wait, are we almost there? Are we almost at the O network? What's happening? Just you gotta be like extra careful, like, right? So that's like the thing, right? So this is the thing. So like before yoga, right? Before yoga, like me and my girl would be like in a kind of uncomfortable position, and she start going like right there, and I'm like, oh shit, you better hurry up, please, hurry up, I'm about to cramp. Ah, fuck, Jenga, and then like it just collapsed. That's what I say when when she didn't get to come, I'd be like, Jenga, sorry, and I just. But now that I do yoga, oh my god, now she'd be like, right there, and I'm like, I can hold this for 40 breaths. You just take your time. I am engaging my core. You came, namaste. And I leave the room and she never sees me again. Just the idea of me stays in her head, you know? Tranquility. But she is freak nasty, that lady. I like my girlfriend. I don't know if this is like you shouldn't be talking like this because, you know, like racially we should all be like, we're all the same. But like, being with her, I think that white girls, I think like are like probably like the freakiest girls in bed. Because I've been like with every other race, but I've never been as scared in my life as when me and my girlfriend had sex for the first time. Because like white women are fucking liberal, aggressive. This is my pussy. Okay. Trust me, I know it's yours. The first time we had sex, she's like, what do you want me to do to you? I was like, first of all, stop screaming at me. Why are you yelling at me? She's like, what do you want me to do? I'll do whatever you want me to do. And I was like, okay. How about if you just start off easy and just give me a blowjob? And this girl looked at me in the eye. She's like, yeah, you want me to suck your dick? Well, good, because I'm going to lick your asshole when I do it. And I was like, what? Yo, when she said that, I was so shocked that I turned to like an old Southern Baptist woman. I was like, what? I've never. Child, this is a house of the Lord. We do not do that in this establishment. She did it, and it was amazing. It was... Yo, it was so good Like I've seen colors I've never seen before. Like she licked my butthole. I was like, is my wall chartreuse? I thought it was just blue. Like, that is a chartreuse. And when she did it too, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is nice to share. When she did it too, when she licked my butt, she also surprised me. Cause she also stuck a thumb up my butt. And I don't know if sorry. I don't know if anybody here has ever had like a finger up their butt. But for some reason when a girl does it, you turn into the rapper Little John. Cause right away I was like, what? Yeah! I mean, okay, like you in there. Yo, I dropped 2 singles that summer. I was on the charts. I love that woman. That's why I open, I'm like, ain't nobody else gonna do that. Yo, you know what I hate though? I'll leave on this. Like, I hate the fact that like dudes still can't fathom the fact that like a woman's like that sexually open. Cause I found that I told some of my guy friends this, and I was genuinely shocked by how my guy friends reacted to a woman's confidence in the things she wants. Cause I was like, yo, I was with this girl last night, fellas, and she licked my butt. And right away, all my guy friends were like, oh, dude, you know she's probably done that to other guys, right? And I was like, yeah, and that's why she's good at it. What? I appreciate the practice. I don't want to be suspect 0 where she was fucking biting it. Ew, no. That's horrible. That's what I hate about men. Fuck you, men, that you still think about when you want to be with a woman. Still want new, still want a virgin. Not me, man. When I have sex, I don't want new. I don't want a virgin. When I have sex, I want a 40-year vet. Damn right I do. I want a woman that before she licks my asshole, she puts a cigarette out and goes, I'm getting too old for this shit. I was 1 step away from retirement, but he just pulled me back in. I was like, yeah, you guys were a lot of fun, man. Please stay safe out there. Keep it going for the band, Lemaire, everybody.
Che Guerrero, everybody, give it up for him one more time. Woo! Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Oh my God, Che Guerrero, keep it going for Che Guerrero special. Woo!
Watching.
I don't know about you, but my new mantra is let's start off easy, just give me a blowjob. That's gonna be my second tattoo. I said that my first tattoo was I'm not a slut, I'm just your neighborhood Batman. That's all back to earlier in the night, but that is my second tattoo. Che, how did that feel? How did that special feel?
I don't know why, but I almost wanted to cry because I'm like, it was just so like nice to like be like, my God, I really miss it so much. But it was nice. It was very almost nostalgic. And also I forgot to mention that whatever proceeds we get from the special does go to create a diversity fund for Off Mic, so we can give scholarships to other little brown boys and girls like me, who this medium has really helped deal with a lot of their issues. So I'm very happy that money for that is going to create diversity scholarships. So, but overall, that just felt great. And thank you guys for watching and laughing. I heard some of it, and that felt really amazing. So thank you so much.
It was such a great special, and I'm so glad that you touched on that and that we're doing this for scholarships, because I know a lot of people, like, they don't have much in quarantine to do. We're all kind of going a little crazy, and these comedy classes, it's great to just be able to get them to whoever wants them, regardless of how much money you have and everything. So just doing these scholarships, thank you so much for doing this special and giving all the proceeds to that, and also just cracking us the hell up. I loved it.
Thank you. That was fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Che Guerrero. Keep it going one more time for Che. And you know what? While you're doing that, give it up for everybody else you saw. It's way too many names for me to go through again, but just clap it up for everybody you saw tonight for showing up and giving money to the scholarships for Off Mic Comedy School. And to take us out, I'm gonna throw it over to Christina Olivas, the head of the school, the creator.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for being so engaged the entire time. This is amazing. It was amazing to see Dan and Che, both my former instructors, host and debut their special. This was super awesome. I wanted to give a special shout out to my friend Miami. From Miami. We were friends in college. She was also homeschooled in a cult, so it's hard to find that too often. Also Dominican, so lots of connections. And she's so
thank you for having me.
Coming and supporting, and thanks to everybody else. We're super excited for winter semester and all the stuff we have coming. So have a good night. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Pandemic holidays. I don't know.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yes. Thanks to Paul for killing it. Thanks to Paul for killing it on tech and Sam for hosting as well. Okay.
Bye.
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 Not gonna leave. Where else am I gonna go?
Are Paul is hanging out?
Bye, everybody.
Bye.